Hello everybody, welcome to the development stream for today. Hello everybody. Oh, I have my own stream open accidentally with the audio on. There we go, now we shouldn't get any echo. Let me go ahead and get the usual stuff set up. So get rid of the starting soon, turn on the daily goal, get rid of that. Still, unfortunately, do not have a webcam again, so not gonna be able to see my dumbass head. But that'll hopefully change soonish, if I can find a decent, cheap one. Get the music queued up. There we go. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing today. Go to another window real quick. Let's go. Okay, so we can go ahead and start out by going to Slalom 1. So this world is called Solemn Slalom. It's a ghost haunted ski resort. Music's a little loud on my end. Let me turn it down here and turn it up here so it should sound correct. There we are. Okay, so gonna start by going through the level as it stands right now, because I did quite a bit of work on this the other day. So you start out in this room. You've got these two doors, which they'll have like a special texture on them, but they look pretty closed, impassable. You can't get through it. You have these two paintings. So you go through here, have some sort of fairly simple combat encounter to help start it off. You'll see some of the decor, like couches and stuff, to sell the atmosphere. Then we go into here. The lights blink off, signaling that you've entered ghost mode, which is like a staple mechanic of this world. That shows my mic was a little far away, so maybe it was a little hard to hear. My apologies. Okay, so you go through there, and then we head back out into here. You see the paintings have now changed. Then you head up the staircase, the lights blink back on, and now we're in this room. And then this will be an outdoor section. I'll wall these areas off with like these, with some trees to make it feel a little bit more natural. It won't just be out into the endless death plane. Then you head into this little shack, which I keep forgetting to move this door out in front of the door here. But you'll go in here, and then it'll turn back into ghost mode. And then you see one of the enemies erupts from the portrait, starts chasing you down. And you gotta escape from him by ducking through here. Closes off the exit behind you. And then you'll reach another small little forested area. Have a tree. You'll scale up the tree to get inside. And then bada bing bada boom, you encounter the second ghost enemy. And then we head through here. Then you'll have some sort of interesting little combat arena while you're getting chased by this ghost. My name is Sever. And you can jump outside if you really want to. Oh, how did you do that? And then you go ahead and exit the level. Pretty straightforward, simple stage. Should be pretty fun though. Is anybody here? I don't think anybody's even here. Huh. Okay, well, guess we'll just be working as normal. Okay, so first thing I want to do is adjust the AI for one of our ghost enemies. So let's go ahead and let's grab BP Sever, put her down right here. And just for easy testing without having to constantly go in and out of ghost mode, we're gonna go ahead and just gonna get rid of the false branch there. So we should, yeah. That way she's immediately active. So right now what she does is just chase you, and then we'll slash at you if you get too close. And the dangerous thing about her is that she's got slow acceleration, but very, very high max speed. So if you're running away from her in a straight line like this, you'll see that she is actually quite a bit faster than the player. So she'll not really have much difficulty catching up and taking you out lickety-split. So you can shoot her, just temporarily slow her down, but ghosts don't die. And that's kind of the only thing you really can do, or loop around in circles to force you to constantly have to continue accelerating. You can also use your shift boost to gain a bit of extra speed. But I think where it stands, she's still a little bit too similar to a lot of the other enemies where they just kind of run at you. So I'm going to go ahead and give her something a little bit more unique. And by that I mean I'm basically just taking the brain of the conductor. Where they would see you and then spawn a projectile right in front of you that you would then run into. So what she'll do is teleport directly in front of you and then start attacking you. So she'll basically see where you are, use a line trace, i.e. Drawing a line directly in front of where you're looking, and then teleport to that every, I'm gonna say 4 or 5 seconds, but we can adjust that as we need to. So let's do a 1-frame debug. We'll even say persistent. So that way we'll just see every time she attempts to make a teleport where she would teleport to. So about 5 seconds. I'm not seeing any line traces. It's weird. Let's go ahead and write a print string. And that's gonna say babooey. There we go. And that'll just let us know if that is actually activating. So in about 4 seconds, we should see... interesting. Okay, so it's not firing. Oh, it's because I have this condition set up. Right. Okay, let's just turn that off temporarily. Don't need that right now. So we should see... There we go. And there's the line trace, so if we were standing right here, then she would teleport right to the end of that and start chasing us. Okay, so first thing we're going to want to do is slow her down quite a bit, so that way when she teleports, she doesn't go into you at Mach 10. So let's go to the max walk speed, set that to something really slow, like about 300. Something that's very easy to avoid. Okay, so we got trace end. And this is a variable we have to say where the line trace ends, so this is where we want her to teleport to after that activates. So let's go ahead and let's get reference to self. Go. And let's set actor, set actor location. Go. And we'll just set it like that, so they'll teleport right towards there. And we're definitely going to need to have some sort of sound effects and like a particle to make the teleportation a little bit more obvious, so that way it doesn't feel like you're getting blindsided quite as much. Like, obviously we want it to be like you're getting blindsided, but not to the extent where it's particularly obnoxious. So she's very slow. Oh, why did it spawn 2 of them? Oh, because there's another one in the level. Oh, that's a problem, isn't it? Yeah, because if there's multiple of them, and even if they don't see you, then they can be teleporting to you. That is an issue, isn't it? Okay. So I know how we could fix that. So we'll say on see pawn, so on pawn sensing. Then we can set a variable, and we'll call that has seen player. Go. And then we will set has seen player to true, so that way they will be able to actually lock the player down, try to move after them. This is probably going to need a bit more refinement. I think I'm already thinking of some ways that this is going to cause issues, but for now, to get the base functionality in, it should work pretty well. Okay, so what we'll do is let's grab a branch, and we'll get has seen player, and if that is true, then they will do the teleport. So we should be getting only this ghost teleporting. Yep, okay. So that did solve our little issue there. Now we've got another problem, and I think it's that they're just not very threatening. So if you just try to run through here, then yeah, they're very easy to avoid. Maybe a little too easy to avoid. And this is tricky because we don't want to go too far and make them really obnoxious to deal with, but we also don't want them to be so minimal that they feel like they don't really have much of a presence. But then again, this is also the first level of the world, so we really don't need to go too ham on making them particularly difficult to deal with. Whoa. But that's kind of fun, having them warp around. I think they're probably gonna want to draw a special animation for that too, just to make it feel a little bit more interesting. Let's keep increasing their speed a little bit. Yeah, let's see how that feels. Whoa. Okay, that's kind of good. Let's do a bug check real quick. No, I think that worked. Okay, so we want this line trace to ignore walls. Yeah, so we want it to stop on walls and count that as the end of the line trace, because you could just do this and then spawn them out of bounds, and then they're not really an issue for at least the next 5 seconds. So it should look for world static, world dynamic, and pawn. And it's not doing that for some reason. So its hit color is green. So if we look through here, and then we do the line trace. So okay, so the problem is it's immediately hitting something. Okay. Yeah, what if I just do this? Will it hit something immediately? It does. It's immediately hitting something, so the whole line is green, when it really shouldn't be. That is a bit of a problem. We could try getting rid of one of these pins. Like if we get rid of pawn. Will that compile? That'll compile. I still think maybe it's hitting me, the player, perhaps? Maybe that's what's getting hit? Yeah, okay, so that time it did do a full trace. Okay. So I think we're also going to want to not use trace end as our variable there. I think we're probably going to want to do... there we go. Let's see, probably impact point. See, location of the hit. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, because we don't want it to be necessarily at the end. We want it to be wherever it hits. So an empty space, it should go somewhere. Weird. Location of the hit. Maybe it didn't... Oh, I think it went to nowhere. It's okay, it's a default value of 0, 0, so they got sent to 0, 0. Because it didn't actually hit anything. So it took a no hit and turned that into 0, 0. Okay. Interesting. Blocking hit, initial overlap. Okay. Another thing we're probably going to need to do, we're going to add a branch, and if this was a blocking hit, then we'll go to the impact point, and if it was not a blocking hit, so if it didn't hit anything, if it didn't collide with anything at all, then it will go to the end of the line trace. So that way, if it collides with something, then it'll send it to, like, where it collided. Right there. Oh, she did get shoved into the wall, though, unfortunately, still. Okay, so that's not great. Oh, no, you can still shove her out of bounds. Okay. Oh, or inside of that. Okay, well, it did work there, but it's clearly still pretty buggy. Yeah, not great, not great. She can also do that, I guess. Which is weird. What if I do this? You get a teleport? No, okay, she only does directly in front. Oh, getting a scam call. Get out of that real quick. Okay, yeah, so she does only trace directly in front of you, but if you're up, then she will also teleport up. Okay, that is kind of very janky. Maybe we need a bit of a different method, because clearly the teleport directly in front of you method is a little bit odd, a little janky. Sometimes she can be closer to you, and then, like, right there it works pretty well, but if she's already, like, in front of you, then it kind of doesn't work that well. Somebody on the Patreon actually mentioned the idea of, like, what if she only teleports when you stop looking at her, and that's an idea that I think is pretty interesting. Now, the only problem is I'm not really sure how I would program that, how you can tell if an enemy is being seen or not. But I think that would work pretty well. Like, maybe if she teleports right behind you whenever you stop looking, or probably teleports in front of you, actually, whenever you stop looking. That would be pretty cool, I think. I think that would be pretty fun to work with. For now, though, for the sake of our testing, until I figure out how that works, we're going to set our walk speed back to normal and just go with her being particularly fast, so we can do the enemy layouts for the time being. So for now, she should... gotta set the other stuff back. There we go. So now, whenever it's not in ghost mode, she'll be set to this little wispy form, which is what the ghosts look like when they're at their normal state. Okay. So, we've got our first room, pretty simple. Don't really want to do anything with combat here, just to introduce the theme, let the player wander around a little bit, see what the room looks like, and get used to the visuals and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and start out with some props. Let's go to Slalom. Got a couch right here. Lift it up so it's not embedded in the floor quite so much. There we go. Put a couple couches around. Put a little chandelier up on the roof, too. There we go, on the ceiling, not the roof. Scooch it over so it's about in the middle. There we go, looks nice. Okay, and let's actually make some more couches over here, just to give it a nice bit of symmetry. Set it to 180. Go. And give it a bit of, you know what? Let's give it about 1 full square's worth of distance away from the wall. There we go. And make sure it's aligned with this one. There we go. And about the same distance. Okay, this room got a little bit more personality to it now. Let's even add a table right here. So you know what, we'll even put it right here. Like maybe you could put some drinks on it or something. Still need to make like a little vase prop. Probably something like a little flower pot that you could have to help populate it, make the room feel a little more lively. And you know what, I think I'm even actually gonna lower that a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks a bit nicer. Okay, so this is where we're gonna actually start having enemies to deal with. So this is where we're gonna have to think what we want to do with this stage. What kind of combats we wanna do here. So this is our first combat of the world, so it doesn't really need to be anything too complicated. Maybe even it'd be good to make it extremely simple, so we can lure the player into a false sense of security before they get hit by something pretty different. Hey, Mr. Jonas, how are you doing today? Alright, so let's grab a Gunther. Something very, very familiar, very simple. Maybe put a Slapmo right here. And that might even be it. Like I said, this room is supposed to be very simple to give a false sense of security. Oh. Can you see me through the doors, Gunther? He can see me through doors. I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that. There we go. So that's a very easy, simple room. And then you go through here. This is kind of the effect I'm looking for, where you go through all that, and then it seems normal, and then things start to shift. And you know what? I think we might even want to move the trigger for when things get spooky. Doing good, just playing some Earthbound, very good game. Earthbound is a good game, I agree. Glad to hear you're enjoying it. I think I'm even going to move this towards the middle of the room, so that way it seems like a normal combat, but then it turns into spooky mode during part of the battle, which I think would be really fun. Spooky. Hey, Ethan Levy. Hello, I have to go back to class, dropping in to say hi. Hey, Eraser Pace, thanks for stopping in. I did kind of expect there to be less people today because it's a Monday at noon, but I was kind of assuming more people would be on break, because I'm on break for college, and my younger sister, who's in high school, is also on break. Okay, so I know the part, like I was just saying that the point of this room is to be simple and kind of trick the player into thinking it's normal, but that feels maybe even a little bit too basic. And then this I think works pretty well, because you walk through and then you should actually, because there's these doors, these ghost doors, which I still need to make a texture for, which you should be able to see the door and then see it disappear whenever you activate the trigger. So that'll help teach the player how this works, which is good. Let me make sure that they can actually see things through the triggers. Let's put a Gunther down, just for the sake of testing that. Oh, let's turn that to current camera location so we can do a little bit more expedient testing. Yep, that's good. Gunther can see as normal. It'd be kind of fun to see what the enemies look like under the lighting of Ghost mode. School is out because school hates Hurricane Milton. Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot about that. We, without saying where I was exactly, we were even pretty far away from that. We were feeling the repercussions here. American problem? American problem indeed. It just makes Slapmo more purple. Okay. Cool, cool. So let's go ahead and start with this room to give it a little bit more sauce. Was Hurricane last week? Gotcha. Okay. Could use bat and ball. Sure that they're not just one-offs. Sure that they're actual persistent threats here. Although an idea that I actually quite like. Let's copy paste these props and drag them over here. I think I'm going to move you over here. Move you a bit over here. Let's see. Let's get that about 2 squares away from that pillar. Then about same here, 2 squares. And then center it, so it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish. Perfect. Yeah. Looks nice and aligned. Okay, and then we're going to get 2 more couches. So let's set that to 90. Yes, 90. Actually, those aren't aligned quite the way I was hoping for, so let's just grab 1 instead. Let's get rid of the Gunther for now, because I've got a slightly different idea for how I want this to be laid out. So lean this back so it's about 1 away from the wall. And about 2 away from there. Then we'll get another couch to fill the same space on the opposite side. And then we'll put a table here in the middle. And unlike the table in the last room, which I'm going to put like a flower pot on, I think this would be a fun spot to put an enemy. Maybe even a Steve strike. Put him on top of the table there. Steve is still going to be getting a bit of a rework. I don't know if I mentioned that. Not a major one, but primarily he's going to have his base bomb size and speed increased. Because right now I think he's still just like kind of a non-issue. Even in small quarters, he's just kind of not really a problem. And I think he needs a little bit extra sauce. Florida is dying? Well, it feels like Florida is always dying. But, yeah, with the hurricane, I've been in tropical places during a hurricane, and it's, pretty bad. Okay. Coolio. Let's grab these guys here. Copy paste of those. Rotate them 180 degrees, so that way they will be nice and flat against the wall. There we go. Get them about 1 block away. And they should be aligned up because everything's symmetrical. There we go. Alright, now this room feels nice and populated. Maybe even put some groks down on some of these couches to give it a little bit more population. When will you make the wall and floor textures? So I've already got a pretty good idea of how I want the world to look in the test world here. So like I've done a good deal of testing in here to experimenting with what I want it to look like. Like I've got snow textures. The outside of the building still needs some work, and I want to make actual unique textures for these instead of just giving them this. But the color palette is something I'm pretty pleased with right now, especially when it's put into smaller rooms and stuff like here. But we'll do the whole texturing process once I've got the enemy layout in. So may or may not do that today. We'll see where I'm feeling after we get everything in. But there's a lot of things that need textures and new assets need drawn, to be sure. Okay, so we'll keep the Slapmo guarding the door there. And let's put, let's do something a little interesting. Let's put just a ball right there. I don't think I've really done that. I don't think I've had a solo ball or bat before. Oh, well, okay. He hit, okay. Well, unfortunately, he is a moron. There we go. Alright. Let's give that one more run through, see how that feels. Okay. That's pretty solid. I think that's a decent room. It's you're kind of getting attacked by 3 sides, so it doesn't immediately put you on your toes. What's the ghost you added? I was late and didn't get to see it. Well, you'll get plenty of chances to see him pretty soon. But I suppose I can show you a little bit. Let's go up here. Yeah. So you get this bit, you get the ghost painting, and then they erupt out of the wall to chase you. And I'm thinking what they're going to do is, right now they just chase you, but I'm thinking what they're going to do is, once they get out of your line of sight, then they will teleport in front of you. So that'll keep them a very persistent, dangerous threat. Look, you can go, you can go into the paintings when ghost mode is on. It disables the collision. It's like right here, you can see, you go in here, it's just blocked off, and then if you wrap your way around through here, turn ghost mode on, well, one, you'll be able to see that he can now run out of the painting. But look, now you can hide in this little hole. Did he get stuck in there? How did you get stuck in there? Is he stupid? That was a good stretch. Okay. Where were we? Here. Okay. So now we get through into this room, where everything seems... this is where we're going to start playing around with the expectations of the player. So let's go ahead and just get some couches to fill out the environment. There we go. There we are, something like that. And just to make it feel a little bit less crowded, I think I'm gonna get rid of one of those. And then put one right there. Say about 3 away from the door. Same case here, about 3 away from the door. And then this one should be, yeah, pretty much dead center. Alright. And then we'll do the same thing we've been doing, where we grab these guys, flip them around 180 degrees, and then line them up on the opposite wall so it's nice and symmetrical. Have a ghost that possesses you and all it does is add a screen effect and choose what weapon you use. That sounds like that would be pretty annoying. Yeah. That could be a fun, like, challenge level, where it's, it, like, limits what options you have. Like it, what am I looking for? What was I gonna say? That might be stupid. I kinda like how the enemies look in Ghost mode, it's kinda cool. Yeah, but an enemy that, like, a ghost that possesses you and limits you to weapons could be a good, like, arena challenge stage. Florida's cooked. You should add Florida the game as a world. I don't think I want to do that. Monday stream goes crazy. Hey, Luke, welcome to the Monday stream, a rare one. Oh, and Mysterious Potato. I don't think I shouted you out by name yet. Okay. So now we've got a loose layout for this room in place. So how about we start thinking about the enemies we want to put into practice here. Let's go ahead and start with, let's say, another Steve right here. And we'll put a Sheila there, and we'll set Steve as the shield target. And main reason I want to do this is that it will mandate that you run through the ghost mode trigger while you're fighting. So I think this could be a fun way to ensure that the player activates ghost mode while they're dealing with this threat, this hassle. Brainbuster. I do want to use Brainbuster. That would be a good place for him. But the only problem is that Brainbuster's laser, like the way he detects the player, doesn't work through Sheila's shields. So I kind of want to use the Sheila shield to mandate you get over here, but I guess that would do the same with a Brainbuster. So you know, let's try a Brainbuster. Let's see how that feels. And you know what? We'll let our fella lounge a little bit. So let's pull him out here, so we have some space. Rotate this 90, nope, negative 90 degrees, and then pull it back here against the wall. Then sit him up on the couch there, Now he's reclining like a distinguished gentleman. Oh, we can't see. Oh, no, he can't. Okay. Okay, so that one, you gotta stop seeing me through the door there. I gotta fix that. Okay. So, problem I'm seeing here is what he does is he fires a line trace. So, just a line between himself and the player, and if it connects, then he'll start ticking down his timer. Problem is, I've got this big trigger box right here, which is used to activate the shift into ghost mode. So, it's invisible, but he cannot shoot through it, which is kind of a problem for our setup here. Okay, so, could put it right here, and then pull him out in front of it. Maybe we could even put a table just in the middle of the room. Give him kind of like what Steve had, where he had this, he had something to step up on. So you break in through here, then he's hanging out there in the middle of the room, shooting at you. Then it would you still kind of have this jank issue where then he can't see through the wall, or see through the barrier. So, yeah, okay. Unfortunately, I don't think Brainbuster's going to work there. We could put maybe a Gunther here. Can he walk off of that? Probably can't, right? So he should be stuck on there. Yeah. Okay. So let's do a Gunther there, and then maybe what if we just have the Gunther console? This is not a good idea. I just want to see what this is like. They make the door a fine grade. I just made a mistake with these where they're actually let's go ahead and fix it now. It should be relatively simple because I think I gave these no collision. Yeah, set it to block all, and then whenever this happens, it does destroy the actor, but it seems like it doesn't get rid of the lingering collision. So let's set collision enabled to no collision, maybe? Because some of the enemies just can't seem to, like, run through doors. Like, let's see if this is an issue. Like, you should... Yeah, this is the problem I was having, where enemies would get, like, stuck. Even though there isn't a door there anymore, like, the actor is both deleted and everything. Like, it's still... For some reason, like, they just cannot get through it, even though it should be perfectly fine. Yeah, it's very weird. It's very, very strange. Let's test to see just how janky Unreal Engine is. Let's set it to no collision, and then on event begin play, then it will set collision enabled to no collision, or to collision enabled. There we go. This probably will not work, but I'm curious to see if it does. So, see if he can get through. He can. Why did that work? That is so stupid that works. That is dumb, and I'm mad that fixed it. Come through and GF chilling on the couch. You should make one of the couches a couch, which is just a really long couch. That is a good idea. I'm gonna give it up. That is a fantastic idea. You know what? Let's get rid of the Gunther console. That's oh no, it doesn't scale properly. All right, you know what? We can make this work though. We can make this work. We'll make a new blueprint. And we're gonna call it couch. Drag that up there. Here. And it'll probably be about this long to fill this space, so let's just do some testing to see about how big that should be. Set you to -90 degrees. Rotate up like so. There we go. Probably needs to be a little bit longer. Nah, a little bit longer. Yeah, that looks good. And then we will shift this guy over here. Line it up, turn off grid snapping. Yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna do some minor adjustments. There we go, got it dead on. Then drag this guy over here. Are they both 4-4-4? That'd be really quite the coincidence that happened to line up. Nope. 4-4-3. There we go. Perfecto. And then we will drag this out so that way it reaches right about there and there. Alright, nice. Now we got ourselves a long couch. Keep saying the word nice. We should probably say it a little bit less. Alright, so let's put a Gunther right there. And let's put a Sheila right there. There we go. We'll put a bouncer right there, I think. I think that'll do. And you know what? Let's put a cuboid in front of the door, just to make it a little bit extra, give it a little bit of extra trickiness. I do think maybe the bouncer being so far away isn't great because it does give you a lot of space to pretty comfortably fight him without actually having to worry about dealing with him. Why are you? What is Sheila doing? That was weird. She was just like spinning around a bunch there. Okay, well if you're in this place, this is a bad spot to be in. Let's go. We got the couch. Oh yeah. Also, welcome. It's me 23 and Mr. Frog 091. There's been actually a couple of people suggesting I had a Mario 64-esque piano enemy. I don't really know how I would make that work. If they just like chase you, or like do they just sit there and then if you look at them they attack you? Or if you get to them they attack you? I don't know if it necessarily. Oh. They got blown up. Don't know if it really fits the what I'm going for, but I like the where the thinking is. All right, so let's keep them back there as like a persistent threat. Let's even maybe move Cuboid right here in front of this couch. That way he's a bit more of a present threat. Let's move him there too, so that way he gets a little bit more chance to do something. So we get in here. Take care of you. Could even use the ball there to do a little bit of damage. Oh shit! Wait, did my shots hit this? Oh, they do. Ah, dang it. Okay. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. We're gonna have to do some code on this guy to make sure that it still overlaps, but it doesn't block bullets. Now, I figured out how to do this before, and I always forget how I did it. Let's go to Blue's interactable level stuff, glue, but there we go. So, on the collision for this guy, let's go to the collision. There we go. Okay, that's right. So it's query only, bullets, and then overlaps, ignores everything except for overlapping visibility, camera, and pawn. So if we go to the ghost mode blueprint, what did I do here? How did I do this? Go back up? Oh no, what have I done? Where am I? No, I've bungled it all. Let's just close out of it, maybe reopen it, and it's gonna fix itself? No, it is not gonna fix itself. Okay, whatever, weird. We'll just grab this guy and change the collision around. Okay, so we're gonna set this to, should be query only? No, it's custom, query only. Bullets, overlap, overlap, ignore, ignore, overlap, ignore, 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 ignore. Yeah. So now it should ignore our shots. So if we do the sniper, then yeah. Wait, no, it's still bouncing off thin air, I think. No? No, it is not. Okay. Excellent, excellent. We fixed it. Sweet. So we are gonna have to do one more, because we've got this guy. No, why are they both messed up now? Let's go to the collision for the box, and we'll do the same thing there. Set a custom, ignore, 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 ignore. There we go. So that way, both of those trigger boxes should work properly. Okay, but now we need to figure out how I made the whole UI go crazy and fix that up. I think maybe I just need to get the viewport in here. No. Like that? No. This? No. Can you just let me make it a normal tab with the rest of these? There we go. Okay, okay. There, I got it. Alright, so let's give our first little section of the level a run through. Oh, that's a problem. You can still see me through it. These jank-ass doors. Oh, got blown up by the Steve there, but it killed an enemy at the same time, so we're A-okay. I'm missing my shots today. that was a frankly terrible shot. Oh, Sheila's doing this again. Was she breaking it down? Alright, minor detour. Hold on, we gotta see what's going on with Sheila. Maybe it's because she's trying to approach Gunther? And that's what's happening, is that she keeps flipping around because she's trying to approach him, but he's like already right there or something? Whoa. What is she doing? That is weird. Alright, whatever. Fix it later. Hey, welcome back, Mr. Jonas. Me stupid? Nah, you're not stupid. You just... If saying something wrong makes you stupid, then I'm the biggest moron on Earth. Oh, shit. Well, okay, I might be the biggest moron on Earth, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, so we're gonna wanna fix up these doors real quick. So they should have collision enabled by default, and even with them having collision, the problem is they can still sort of be seen through and ran through, which is not a good thing. We don't want that. Let's grab a cube. And let's just align it with the door, so it should have roughly the same collision. Just so you can't get shot through it or anything. Can't be seen through it, more importantly, really. And we'll set this to block all dynamic. And let's set the visibility to invisible, so it's not... You can't see that it's there. And it should function as normal. Yeah. No. But yeah, okay. So he can run through it. Let's see if we go in here, if we can still get seen. Whoops. Okay, well, you can get seen through it if you shoot the door. Okay, no, that seemed to fix our problem. Excellent. Don't know why that worked, but it worked, so we're not gonna question it at all. We're just gonna let it slide. I wonder if maybe we should move these guys up out of the field a little bit, because the lights blinking off while you're fighting the enemy might just be kind of confusing, more than anything else. It is kind of cool. It's kind of a cool effect. I think we'll try keeping it for now, just to see how that feels. Okay. Let's do a quick run through everything, just to wait. Did he see me? Why? There's a box there. There's a box right there, Steve. Why can you see me? There's a box. There's a whole cube in there. What if I make it really big? Okay, for some reason the cube is not actually scaling to the size of the door. Make it a little bigger. Alright, that seems to work it. Alright, cool. Okay, so we get through here. Let me get blown up there. Missed my sniper shot with the bird. Take those two out. Then we progress through. You can see that the paintings have changed. Ooh, scary. And then we make it up here to the second floor. I think maybe I want to keep this room enemy-free. And then we'll introduce some enemies once you get out here instead. I think that'll work pretty well. Set the screen as black while playing. It is. That's weird. So hold on, if I start playing it, then I do this. Is it showing up now? It's showing up on my end. It might have just been some OBS jank. Yeah, okay, it's showing up now. That was weird. It's been doing that sometimes for all the streams? Really? That is odd. Is it only been doing that the last couple? Since the new setup? Okay, so that is some jank with the new computer then. Okay, well I'm gonna try to look into a fix for that off stream then. I think something that'll help is just if I can get a second monitor again, because I used to have a laptop, so I have a regular monitor and then the laptop screen, so that worked out pretty well there. But I don't have a second monitor here because it's just the single one. So for the usual streams, what I would do is I would only just stream one of the monitors. Okay, I just ran into every single one of those bullets. But what I would do is just stream the entire monitor, and it wouldn't jank out. But when it's trying to capture a specific window, then I've noticed that sometimes it likes to break more. OBS sometimes melts. That it does. Okay, let's go ahead and start thinking about what we want to do for this section right here. And you know what? Actually, I think we'll do one better, and we'll start by doing a little bit of detailing. Yeah. So let's go ahead and grab this section right here. And let's just extrude that into a slope. Make it a pretty steep slope, though. Something that you cannot easily run up normally. And you know, let's even extend this out a little bit on each side. There we go. And let's see how tall I made that so we can get consistent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, I didn't hit accept, did I? Is it gonna auto-accept? Oh. It did accept. Yeah, it did accept. Okay, excellent. Set its camera location. Yeah, okay, so you can boost up here without too much difficulty. But for now, we're just trying to make something that will signify where I'm gonna put some, like, trees, to make it a little bit more, what's the word? Make it feel a bit more atmospheric, that you're being closed in, not just that it's, so it doesn't look as artificial. That's what I'm looking for. 2. There we are. Then we're gonna do the same thing here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're gonna grab this entire face and then extrude a slope out of it. And then do the same thing one last time. Right here. One, 2. And there we go. Now it feels just that little bit more closed in. It feels a little bit more... it gives us a better sense of the atmosphere that we're going to be trying to create here. Alright, real quick, we're going to do edit materials, and we're going to delete these, because it likes to just generate new materials when you make edits. And that's a little jank. Just do a Patreon plug now. I mean, I could, but there's only 4. According to my numbers, there's only 4 people here right now. Maybe streaming on a Monday at noon was a bad idea. Ain't nobody showing up. But I mean, I guess you could check out my Patreon if you wanted to the people who are here. I think it's pretty cool. Should be at the end of next week, putting out a new Patreon build with this stage in it, as long as I get it finished, as well as some changes and tweaks to the previous world, because it needs a couple of bug fixes, couple of gameplay changes and stuff. Yeah. These pros ain't loyal. I think I might have just picked a bad time to stream. And also just algorithm. Sometimes people just show up. Sometimes people don't show up. I try not to worry about it too much. You know, while I'm working on some of this, I can ramble a touch about YouTube stuff, because I think YouTube has been a lot of fun to do for the most part. But I would also say that if you're at all curious and trying YouTube stuff for yourself, that you need to make sure you're not too emotionally invested in numbers and whatnot. That was something that I struggled with for a while. Is that I'd always I'd get kind of sad if like a video didn't do as well as the last one, and, you know, I even felt like I tried harder on it, and the video is better than, like, some other ones that did much better. Like, I feel like it's probably got a better thumbnail and title and everything, but it still doesn't do as well. And that's just how YouTube goes. You just gotta, I don't know, not stay so emotionally invested in it. Doesn't really matter all that much. I mean, it kind of does, but, you know, do what you can. Don't worry about it all the time. It's bad for your brain. Okay. What enemies have we not used yet? So we got Brainbuster. Use him there. Did you get stuck? Why are you stuck? Why are you stuck? Are you just too wide? He might just be really too wide. He's just too stupid. Let's put a cuboid in there. This might be a little mean. I don't know if there's a way to avoid. Yeah, okay, now you can avoid taking damage there. But if you run in there just to run in there, I think you would definitely be getting hit. Oh shit. That could just be. We could just troll. This could just be a jump scare. That's kind of funny, actually. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. Yeah. That's mean. We're doing it. Banana Man. That is a Seth classic. That's my roommate from first year of college, or one of my roommates. Was an assignment for a video art class. I think maybe the placement of that Brainbuster is actually a little bit too aggressive. I might save him a little bit later. Because I've got a room where I think he would work out very, very well. Let's put a Steve here. Let's do maybe even a Steve Gunther combo. Something kind of dangerous, or maybe even just the Steve. We already got 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies out here, so maybe we don't really need to push the envelope too much. Because we're already at 11 cells. Don't need to do anything too crazy. Shoot him. There we go. Okay, there might not be a great way to take care of that guy fast. Where am I? Oh, here. Okay, yeah. So we'll burst out here. Maybe these guys are a little too far away from each other to have much of an impact. Okay, now you can let him shoot and then strafe around inside to get the second shot off. What if we just do this? Okay, yeah, you can get an insta kill on him with that. So you kind of, that is, I guess, a little problem with this setup is that you're supposed to go through here, and then you'll see Bobbert jump out from behind the painting. Maybe we would just pull him forwards a bit, so that way he can actually see you. So let's just test that out. Don't need to fight the actual enemies. We'll just go through. Then he shows up, starts chasing you. Maybe if we even just, because I do think maybe right now he's lacking a little bit of something. Let's give him more acceleration. Let's say 4,000 acceleration. Should just mean he's basically up to max speed like instantly. Yeah, there we go. That's good. And then if you shoot him, it stops him very briefly. So it does keep him nice and threatening. Do you need jump scares in the spooky world? Do you need a 144p jump scare? I don't think I want to do, I don't want to do like a Gmod horror map kind of jump scare. I think, that might be pushing it a little bit, perhaps. He feels too alive? I mean, he is a ghost, I guess. Maybe he'd be more deadish. Alright, so there's too much open space back here. Let's pull you in a little. I might even extend the slope out more, because this area does feel wider than it really needs to be. What are we gonna do here to make this more interesting? Could pull you out a little bit. Pull you in a bit. Maybe even put him like right here. Something like that, so when you're around the corner, you're in line of sight of both of them. Yeah. That's not bad. Yeah, I think the problem here is still just Steve Strike needs that rework because he's just not threatening enough. Like, he can work in conjunction with other enemies in some cases, but he doesn't have like a projectile that he spits that makes him truly threatening like the rest of the gang, you know. And I don't want to introduce Voltaic Gunther yet either. So we might just have a Gunther here instead. Because Bat and Ball plus Gunther is a really fun combo to go against, I've found. I don't want to overuse it. So I do need to find some more ways of shaking this dynamic up, but I think it works pretty well. Okay, that was pretty slick. Pretty clean. See you, moron. Ooh. Oh shit, I get stuck on the door. Yeah, and then we'll have this section here, and that'll probably be the end of the level. Okay. I think we need one more enemy to help round this area out a little. Let's put a Slapmo right here. See how that feels. Yeah, I think having a melee enemy there does help. Oh, he got hit by a bomb. I think having a dedicated melee enemy there does help round that out a little bit. Forces you to keep going. Animations of the bomb dude feel too alive if he's a ghost. I mean, he looks like a ghost. I don't know. If the option to making him feel less alive means less animated, I don't really think I want to do that too much. You know, I'd rather keep him kind of crazy and wild and goofy looking. Plus we get another ghost later on in the level, who's more spooky looking. So you get the upsides of having one that's like kind of a jokey ghost, and then a less jokey, more serious kind of ghost. Kind of like the vibe of a more indoor-focused world. Yeah. I think that's something that can really help make this world stick apart more. Give it an extra bit of uniqueness to it. Whoop, that's not what I meant to do. Nope. Turn off slope mode. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and trim this in a little bit, because we don't really need it to be quite as large as it currently is. Yeah, I think we can pull this in pretty comfortably without losing much. Yeah. That'll look good. Pull this in like that. Okay, and then grab here and here. Here, there. Then do boom, 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 boom. Think of the animatronics in FNAF, they feel really dead. I mean, that works for a game about killer robots that's actually trying to be scary, but this isn't, I mean, it's a horror-themed world, but it's not really a horror world. Like, it's not really trying to be scary, really. It's more so having fun with scary theming. And if you make him feel more dead, then you kind of lose some of that fun vibrancy that the game has. I think I'd rather just keep it, you know, dynamic, voltaic, energetic, that sort of stuff. Oh, it's not in ghost mode. Lol. Okay, I think this works pretty well. Alright, so now we've got this section over here, and we're gonna start by doing the same thing we did on the other side, so we're just gonna add a little bit of depth to each side. These two here, specifically. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then grab this. Let's go 1, 2. Then do the same shtick right here, actually. Now I sneezed. Didn't want to sneeze into the microphone there, but we're good. Okay, there we go. So now this area got a little bit of enclosure. And then you'll go out here, and this is like it'll look more clear when I have textures and shit. But this is a like fallen tree trunk. Oh. Yeah, I guess I can't really go backwards there. I do need to add some sort of a way to backtrack in this stage, because it's pretty limiting right now. Maybe if you like, maybe like this actually could be the path to, because this was just to add texture and flavor to it, so it's like this broken like back part of the building through another tree trunk. But maybe you could like jump back down to the earlier part of the stage through here or something. So that way you could get back to the start if you really needed to. Why does the black outline shader look so goofy? Do you mean goofy like bad or goofy goofy? Because it is supposed to look goofy because this is, you know, pretty goofy ass game. I mean, I think it looks normal. I don't know. It does look a little weird when it's on textured stuff. But I think it looks pretty good when the levels are fully textured and stuff. Do a Discord plug. YouTube is your job. It's not really my job per se. It's I do it and it makes some money, but it's definitely not like a career at this point. It'd be cool if I could get to the point where it's a career. That'd be pretty nice. I wouldn't mind doing I could actually do this. I need to do something I should do more often. Is not that. That's wrong. Where's the link? I always forget what I did with it. But it'd be cool to turn this into a career at some point. But as of right now, it certainly is nowhere near profitable enough to be a career. It's a hobby until it can become something more than that, which would be great. But you know, we'll take what we can get. But on the other hand, you do have a point about this. There we go. Just go ahead and pin that. And get back to the streaming. Are you still planning on having the blizzard going on outside for the whole world? Yes, I do. I'm mostly just trying to figure out a way to have that work. So that way the blizzard actually only shows up on the outside of the building. That's kind of a complicated thing to actually get working. But that is planned. I think that will add to the atmosphere pretty fantastically. And I don't have a lot of them in yet, but I'm also going to have windows and stuff on a lot of these buildings, like right here. But I have a window like right here-ish, so you can get a little sneak preview of the enemies waiting outside for you. But yeah, I am planning on having the blizzard. Yeah, stuff like this, so you can see these windows. And I'll have like little patches of floating blocks with big trees on them and stuff. Help add that foresty atmosphere. Okay, so I'm considering maybe having an enemy on here, but I think that could probably... No, that'd probably be kind of obnoxious, actually. Yeah, never mind. Taking it back before I even go too far. Let's make sure that the height on this, the bounce of the death plane is enough to get you back up. It is. Excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and patch up some holes here in the map, just to make sure the player doesn't like accidentally fall into these when they if they slip off here. Don't want them getting like stuck, jammed onto the map somewhere. That'd be pretty obnoxious to deal with. There we go. Oh, actually, I need to make that one further down. Grab it. There. Yeah. No, hold on. Grab it. Get too close to the death plane. Let's just go ahead and move the death plane down just a little bit. Here. There we go. And now we can go ahead and grab this guy. Nope. Grab it. Okay. This is not working. Why is it not letting me grab this? Okay. What about now? What about here? What about this angle? Okay, what if I do this? Why is it so finicky? There we go. Alright. Now we can grab this. There we go. Now we got it. Back from buying groceries. Welcome back, Ethan. We've just been continuing working on the enemy placements and stuff. Working a bit more on some of the not necessarily the aesthetics in terms of like textures, but aesthetics in terms of getting the thinking of like aesthetic layout, I guess, if that makes sense. Things like blocking off parts of the map so it feels more cohesive and stuff like this, where it's going to be like this snowy, foresty shit to help sell the vibe we're going for. Okay, so we're gonna delete these, accept that. There we go, and I think we'll probably not need to do too much more mesh editing anytime soon, so we can go ahead and remesh it, so that way it's smoother when we get to the texturing process. Okay, so now we'll be able to get up here into this room, and then you'll start getting chased by this ghost. I think this room should probably be pretty empty except for the ghost, and then we'll have this final room here where you're getting chased down by the ghost, and then you kill all the enemies, and then you get here to the end of the stage. Okay. Actually, you know what? I forgot to add some little bit of sauce here and there to this stage, to this room specifically. Let's go to the props, and let's get our couches in to make it feel a bit more lively. Get a couch there, get a couch there. The playlist... Oh, no, I thought the playlist stopped. Alright, cool. Playlist is back on. This guy's about one away. Rotation 90 degrees. Is it 90 or negative 90? It's negative 90, never mindy. There we go. Oh, it's actually a little too close to the wall there. There we are. Sauce bug. We love our sauce around these parts. Yeah, put one there. That feels a little crowded, actually. Feels a little cramped. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's put a table here. Yeah. And you know what? We'll even put in a chandelier right here in the middle. Let's make sure that's all lined up with that part there. And that part there, and then drag it down just the right amount. There we go. So our chandelier. So then, yeah, this part will be all covered by trees and stuff. Need to work on drawing those and also making some 3D models for those. Pretty rudimentary. Like everything that I do 3D is pretty simple. But. In the shattered areas, it'd be nice to have some couches and tables covered in snow. Really sell the broken down ski lodge vibe. That is a great idea. Should make one of these that's got some snow on it to help sell the vibe. Yeah, right here. Could it maybe even make a new texture that's like a mixture? That might be a little. I know how to do it. I just need to remember. I need to teach myself how to do it off stream, but like have some of the textures like mix, where it's like a blend of the wooden texture and then the snow texture. Alfredo, pesto, marinara. You know, I guess it really depends on the person. I think for sauces, I tend to be kind of a marinara kind of guy. Why aren't your streams at least 1080p? Find the max 720, but still. Internet's kind of not great here. It's kind of cuts out, a little choppy-ish. I mean, I'd like to do 1080 for sure, but I don't know. 720 is fine, generally. Not that I, be against amping it up a little bit more. If I had the internet bandwidth to. Okay, so now we got this room here. And let's even just try something simple. And let's make a BP snow couch. Let's drag this guy in. Switch it to negative 90. Shit, 90. I always get it wrong on the first guess. And then we'll do that. Drag it up like so. Make sure it's centered. And how do we want to go about making this look snowy? I'm actually not sure. I'll have to think about that one. What's going to be the best way? Because the simple solution is to add like a thin polygon on top of the mesh that has the snowy texture on it and give it some transparency so that way it kind of looks like it's on top. I could like draw some snowflakes and stuff and scatter those on top to also make it feel kind of snowy. A couple ways to do that, and I'll have to brainstorm on that. I'd be down to see you drawing assets and stuff on stream. That'd be fun. I don't really have a great way of doing that though, because I do all my drawing on an iPad. And I'm sure there probably is a way to stream that, but I don't know how to do that. So that would take some figuring out. I do actually have an idea, which I'll tell you guys just something fun I'm planning now. Once this game is done, once Void Collector is done, I'll be taking a short break and then starting work on the next game. But I think a small project that could be really fun for like a week or two, probably 2 weeks, need some time for it, would be a chat makes a video game series. So like people could show up and vote for what elements they wanted to see in the game, what mechanics, and why can't you go through the door? Why can't you not go through the door? Why can't you go through the door? Come on, why is this not working sometimes? This is very annoying. Just get rid of the box for now. I'll figure some solution out to make sure the enemies can't see through it or something. But yeah, I think that'd be really fun. Like chat could vote on mechanics and game genre, and people could like submit their own like custom assets to make for the game, and that would just be like a fun thing to do for a couple weeks. You know, and that would be like, of course, like end product I would release for free on itch.io, you know. But I think that'd be a really fun project. Maybe I could even do that during, like, if I need like a short break from Void Collector, but I still should, you know, want to stream and stuff. That could be a good thing to do. Maybe even like on my birthday, because I want to do something fun for my birthday stream. And I was thinking about doing like a gaming stream, but I just like rotate games constantly. But I don't know if I don't know if a Seth gaming stream would actually be all that interesting. I don't know if I really have much to say. So maybe doing trying out the chat makes a game thing could be really fun to do there. Okay, so aka Razorface makes his Void Collector headcanon. Yeah, if I let everything up to you guys, I wonder how quickly it would take before everything just becomes gay. It was very impressive how quickly, upon like building a community, there was already like gay fan art. It took like no time at all. Okay, let's go ahead and start filling out this area. Just put some enemies down, all loosey-goosey, see what feels good. Now, I have done some testing before in areas where everything is kind of pillory like this. And generally, the projectile guys tend to be pretty fun. Cuboids work pretty well because their shots can go through the pillars, but you still get enough space to see where the shots are coming from, so that works out pretty well. Probably not at Bouncer, actually, because we already have an enemy chasing you. Because that's the whole shtick with this room, is that you're trying to deal with all these enemies while dealing with this enemy here chasing you. So it'll be kind of spooky, could be kind of dangerous. So probably want to keep it to purely the ranged guys. Let's put a ball or two in here. Like maybe put a ball right here, and then maybe put another one in right about here, maybe back in this corner here. And then pull the cuboid up, and you're like right here. Alright, see how that feels. Brainbuster in this area would be cool. It could be interesting. I think it might be tricky because he wouldn't really have a great line of sight at any point. Like it would get broken a lot. So let's try it though, and let's see how that feels. Oh, he got hit by a ball. Or by a bomb. I'm curious what will happen when some of the better players get their hands on enemies like Bat and Ball. Because I feel like the way that they work where they can take each other out is a very fun mechanic. Okay, so it is as I had suspected, where Brainbuster doesn't really have a ton of impact on how that section is played. But I think him being there is kind of fun. It adds to the chaos, to be sure, so I think I'll keep that. It's kind of weird that Ball is named Ball even though he throws bombs. That is a fair point. Just don't worry about it. Don't think about it too hard. You can call him Bomb Bastard if you want. Although the part of the idea as to why he's called that is because the original concept for Bat and Ball is that they were like baseball. So you know he's got a baseball bat and then a baseball, But then the idea shifted so that they were actually bombs instead of baseballs. Which is why he's named Ball. And now I've grown attached to the name Ball, so I'm not so I don't want to change it. Make gaps in the pillars? That could work as a way to make Brainbuster still able to do his thing. Could also kind of help with the like shattered, sort of broken down feeling of the room too. I like that thought. Damn, my aim and dodging has been just atrocious today. I'm gonna blame it on my new keyboard. And when I say new keyboard, I mean old keyboard. Well, no, it's a new keyboard. But I didn't, because I used to have a laptop before that thing crapped out on me and I had to get this PC. So the keyboard I had was just the built-in one on the laptop. So I've currently got a $12 keyboard I bought from Meyer that I am using. It is not good, and that's where the thought ends. Okay, that's kind of fun. I do. Let's try the gaps in the pillars idea. See how that feels. Like maybe add a gap here, and a gap here, and a gap like here. Let's tear this one down more, so that way it's yeah, maybe one. Keep some of the lower ones. Yeah. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. Further back in the room, you'll actually get some real cover. Like let's even keep this one fully intact. So you get like real full cover back here. But if you go up closer to him, then you get less actual cover. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Let's give it a try. See how that feels. And one other thing to make Brainbuster a bit more of an actual threat is to pull him forwards. Okay, but now with all these gaps, I think now that you don't have as much cover, I'm probably going to need to reduce the amount of non-Brainbuster enemies. Yeah, that's pretty fun, but it is maybe a little bit much when she's going to be chasing you too. Let's try that now with Sever chasing us. That's her name, by the way. I don't know if I actually mentioned that. I think she keeps getting her head stuck on that. She just keeps getting her head stuck on that pillar. Okay. I'm gonna make a slight adjustment. There we go. Now she won't get her head stuck like she's an Enderman. Oh shit! Ah. Okay, this is actually really tricky. No. This is quite hard. Okay, I think I'll probably have to pull back on this a little bit. This does seem to be a bit much. Yeah, okay, a little bit much. I think it being challenging is good, but I think where it is right now is just kind of a lot. Maybe I'll get rid of the cuboid to intensify the threat from Brainbuster. Uh-oh. That's bad. Hey, Mom, thanks for the $5. Appreciate you. Okay, so you got this, and then you'll be like, oh no, she's chasing me. I gotta get out of here. I think she should make some sort of noise when she's in radius to attack you. Yeah, because right now it feels a little ill communicated. Ah, that's a problem too, is if you get stuck in a corner, it's kind of nothing you can really do about that. Yeah, okay, that's kind of an annoyance. Let's actually send them backwards a bit more. Say minus 2,000. it's not quite enough. Let's give him more of a Z velocity. Make it, break it, shake it, make it. Okay, let's see if I get stuck in the corner. No, okay, that seems to help you escape the corner pretty well. Make slanted corners. That's not a bad idea. That could even make sort of enhance the spookiness if there's more things that are at weird angles. Yeah, so you get in here and then okay. So now let's give this whole room a test drive. Okay, I'm getting hit from many angles. Okay, I think keeping the cuboid there actually was is a better idea. Let's pull you up and over here a little. Actually, let's keep him in the corner. That's kind of tricky to deal with. You there is just kind of annoying. And then we'll put a cuboid right there. Okay. There we go. Shit. Okay, duck behind the wall. Yep. Okay. So if you duck behind one of the enemies for long enough, you can actually hide. Oh, she's a ghost, so she just hangs out on the death plane. Hello. That's kind of funny, I guess. I could try to maybe fix that, but I don't. I think it's kind of funny. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if I want to fix it. It's kind of funny. I don't know. Alright. Now for the most important step of the process. Decor. Because what is a room with decor? What other Voltaic enemies do you have planned? So I can say that I've got a Steve Strike Voltaic form planned. Although he's not called Voltaic Steve, he's called a Steve Supernova, and he's basically just like a space intergalactic warrior kind of shtick. That's his new vibe with that. And I've got actual ideas for him. And other enemies, I'm probably gonna do Voltaic. I've got a fun idea for a Voltaic cuboid actually. I'm thinking about calling him Split Cuboid, because what he would do is he'll shoot basically, instead of shooting one big cube at you, he'll shoot two different types of cubes, or two different types of cubes, where he'd essentially send either. I wish I had my webcam. I'm trying to visualize with my hands here. But he'll send one thin one at you towards the middle, and then two wider ones with a gap in the middle that, like, on the left and right, where there's a gap in the middle and the left and right are large. So basically you'd have to, like, weave in and out of his projectiles. Voltaic Bat and Voltaic Ball I think could also be pretty fun, just, like, make them up their firing rate and dangerousness. Like, maybe it could be a regular ball, and then if he sends two to Bat, who then sends out two, like, he splits the bomb into two, maybe. And then I don't really have any ideas for Voltaic Bouncer. I think he's making him tankier is pretty annoying. Maybe faster or have a more dangerous bounce. Something like that could be interesting. Maybe like he lunges at you or something, or like he's really fast in straight lines. That could be fun. Brainbuster, I don't know. I think he's probably good as is. If I make him too much more aggressive, he gets really obnoxious. Same with Sheila, she's kind of more defensive anyways. Although I do want to add a character that'd be Sheila's sister, who uses also like the psychic shields, but more of like an attacking way. So that probably wouldn't be a Voltaic, would just be like a relative. Slapmo, same deal, could just maybe make him faster. Yeah. And then the bosses, like, mini bosses, like Conductor and the guy I'm thinking of for this world, they probably wouldn't get Voltaics. The ghosts themselves wouldn't get Voltaics. Oh, did I not give... I guess I forgot to disable the collision on this when it's in normal mode. Yeah, whatever. Look, you can see the ghost hiding behind it. Bomb blows up midair in a Steve Strike explosion. That is pretty cool. It's a cool concept. Maybe this room does feel a little bit too, like, slanted, like too weighted towards one side now. I think we're gonna actually close this room in a little bit more. Yeah, I think we're gonna. No, he's stuck in the wall. Yeah, something like this I think will work a bit better. Because it feels just too big right now for what should be a simple but challenging combat arena. It shouldn't be quite so huge. We'll take Cuboid sounds sick, actually. Yeah, that was an idea I actually had pretty early on for a new enemy, but I felt like it might actually make a lot of sense as a Voltaic Cuboid instead of being a new guy entirely. Okay, Seth, we gotta hit him. We are missing all of our shots today. Nice. All right. Okay. I think that feels pretty good for now. It's good like first crack at a layout. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this guy and grab all the way over here. Actually, no, we'll just go over to here. Then extend this guy all the way out. Oh, okay, not that far out, but decently far out. Then do this. Nope, actually we'll just do one here. And then you can tell that this is a very unevenly built building. You can really see where parts were extended and other parts were not. Oh, yeah, look right there. I'll probably go through at some point and just straighten everything out a little bit. Who wins, Goku or Voltaic Bouncer? Oh, Voltaic Bouncer easily. He just bounces him off everything. He can't hit him. What's he supposed to do? Hit him with a friggin' Ki Blast? No, it's just gonna bounce off. He's too powerful. He's too bounce-aful. Okay. So what I'm thinking here is that we could have a cracked window right here, and this would basically just let you get back in to this early part of the level from this up high area. Yeah, I think that would be pretty fun. For now, we'll just not have a window here, but I'll draw up a texture for a broken window, and then I'll slot that in a little bit later. But for now, there's just no window here, so that way you have a nice, easy way to get back to the start of the level, in case you miss an enemy or two and you need to do a second loop to go through and get everybody. Okay. Let's do a quick run through, but I think it's probably a good place to call it for the level designing for now. But I still got plenty of energy, so I think I'm gonna probably get started promptly on texturing and adding in gloobs and stuff. And I still need to fix this door glitch. Okay, so we go through here. Bouncer is a real nuisance, isn't he? Oh, you got hit by a bomb. Bet you feel real stupid right about now, Slapmo. Okay, I feel real stupid taking all these dumb hits. Okay, let me get through here. Oh, I think she got stuck on the door. Okay. Well, she's definitely not the most threatening in her current state, that is for sure. I like the persistent threat she brings, though. Okay, that's pretty solid. I think that's pretty fun. I have sort of noticed a pattern when I'm working on this stuff that it feels better for me to do a loose version of the stage layout first, and then come back to it a bit later when I just feel like taking a break from the level design and then coming back to it when I feel like it's more. How the hell did you die? When it's a little bit more. With a fresh brain, rather, then that makes it a lot easier for me to see some of the potential problems I didn't notice on a first time. So I think that's probably about as effective as we can be for now on the level designing front. So it's time to get texturing. Let's actually even go ahead and I didn't even realize that the daily goal was blocked off. Whoops. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, it's been like that the whole day, huh? Whoopsies. Set the goal now to level texturing and detailing. Fuck. Oh, where's he grabbing that? There we go, right in the middle. Okay, so let's go ahead and get texturing, baby. Let's go. I've got a reference map. Let's go to slalom test, so we can just review what the textures are for my own sake. Let's go to attributes. Let's go to edit materials. So we've got wood floor, wood wall, wood ceiling. So those are our 3 building blocks, main ones anyways. Oh, I forgot about fireplaces. I'm gonna have to add fireplaces. Yeah. And then we've got cobbled stone, dark stone, ceiling stone, which is not one I actually ended up using. We've got charcoal and snow. I'm also gonna need to make 2 different ones for snow, like a light, dark, and a light, medium, and dark one. Yeah. What is a solemn? Well, solemn just means like sad-ish. It means like, let me get the exact definition. Yeah, it's like serious. It's not sad. It's a deep sincerity. There we go. So it's a very like serious, refined, sort of focused. So it's more so just kind of because it rhymes with solemn, with slalom. Solemn, not slalom. No, it is solemn slalom. Because it's a funny pun. Okay. Anyways, hit Shift F5 to open up this menu. Go to Attributes, and then Edit Materials. So we're gonna start by setting up the materials we want to use. So let's get rid of these ones. That way we know it's all gonna be the one that we actually want it to be. And then we will now set up the actual attributes we want. So let's set this to wood floor. Maybe even wood wall. Wood wall. Yeah, wood wall. And then we'll do wood floor and wood ceiling. Okay, so we're gonna go and accept those. It'll take a second to register our texturing changes. Side-to-side movement while skiing or snowboarding. Yeah, I've thought about that. I just don't want it to be too similar to the surfboarding. I've thought about making the floor cobblestone, they offset the orange. Thought you tried the ceiling, but the floor is usually where the stone would be. That is a good point. That'd probably be worth trying. Because it is, as now, pretty aggressive. Pretty aggressively orange. You know, sure. Well, we can even just try cobbled stone. And actually, no, we can keep that as floor or wood floor. There we go. All right, then we can start adding in some new materials. Let's get cobbled stone, dark stone, charcoal, which we'll use for some of the other stuff, and then snow. Okay, and then we'll accept it. It'll take a second to register all of our texture changes. Just needs a second. There we are, perfect. And then we will go to textures materials. Let's go to level textures, solemn, and then grab snow. And we're gonna make dark snow. And basically be very simple. We're just gonna make it a dimmer color. And then we're gonna do that one more time for darker snow. And make it even darker. And these will just be to help us give that sense of three-dimensionality to everything that we want to. Set the size to 1, 1, and then all within angle. So let's start by trying to make the making the floors cobblestone and see how that looks. I think that could actually work. I think the problem here is just that the texture itself doesn't look that great. But I think conceptually it works fairly well. I'll just need to make some changes. Oh, wait, you know what? I keep forgetting to import the rug. I made like a little rug texture that, not a texture, but a rug prop. Gotta eat dinner. Bye, Seth. Thanks for stopping in, Ethan. Appreciate you being here. I love Pog. Yeah, the Pog's pretty good. But something to help break up the monotony of the floor a little bit. I think that'll be good. All right, so let's set this to ceiling. Let's grab all the ceilings and set them to ceiling. And we're also going to want to set the ceiling to the insides of the doors. That way they also stick out a little bit so they don't blur together quite as bad. And even the inside of the window there. Give that the wood ceiling. There we go. Now it's got a little bit of depth to it. And then we're going to grab these pillars. And I forget actually what material. Oh no, right there. Dark wood wall. Yeah. And set it to dark wood wall. And this one is also going to need to be a bit of going to need to see some changes because it is basically just the boardwalk material. And I think I don't think the boardwalk material strictly suits this one all that well. But right now we're mostly just trying to get an idea for the color palette and the general feel of the stage rather than worrying about it being too refined at this particular point in time. Okay, this feels nice and welcoming. I do think the gray was a good call, Luke. I think that was a good suggestion. Just need to make the texture itself look a little better and add some carpets and stuff in a couple places to help offset the visual monotony a little. Alright, so let's do the same thing we were doing there and set these pillars to the dark wood wall texture. I do think they really help to break up a little bit of the repetition you get with the walls, because otherwise it feels very, very samey. You get the same texture, same color everywhere. But if we have more of a deeper brown rather than this kind of orangey brown we've got in the other places, it helps things feel more varied. There we go. Then we can do the same here. I do have a couple of other props in mind I'd like to do, like maybe some paintings on the walls and stuff, ones that aren't ghost related. I mean, one challenge I'm realizing with this world is that it does kind of mandate quite a bit more effort than a lot of the other worlds when it comes to making the materials and textures and props and stuff. Just because it, what's the word I'm looking for? It sort of mandates it mandates making multiple different versions. I don't know why I was struggling to find the words for that. But it does mandate making multiple different versions of all of the different props, just because it reads a lot. It adds a lot more to the personality of it when you've got like the regular version and then you got the spooky version. So I definitely want to continue doing that. I want to double, triple down on that if I can. Not if I can, because I can. I know I can. Go. The wood ceiling to it. This I'm probably going to get rid of at some point and replace it with like some stacked logs. Because I kind of like you wrap around here and then you're surprised by all the enemies hanging out here looking at you. So I like what this adds, but it does need, as of now, it's just kind of a jarring like wall change, which isn't the best fit, to be real. So what are some other prop ideas for this world that could help give it a little bit of personality? I'm thinking that some good ones would be like vases, flower vase, and then it's normal, but then you go into the spooky ghost version of the level, and then now it's like all of them are broken, and then the water spilled over the floor. Extra paintings and stuff would be good to have. Really quite a lot of things that could be done to help make this stuff stand out a little more. Alright, now we're going to grab all in group. Basically just lets us more carefully select stuff while still helping us grab all of these things at once instead of having to like manually go around and like pluck each little piece down. It's just saves us quite a bit of time here. And we're going to set this to the snow texture. And now we're going to do a brush. So just so we can select the entirety of the doorway here. Whoops. Here we go. And we're going to make that the cobblestone. Excellent. Let's go back to all within angle, because we're going to want to grab all of these snowy sides. And we're going to make that the... Oh, I haven't set up the other snow materials. So let's grab dark snow and darker snow. Okay, let's go ahead and just accept that, because it needs a minute to adjust whenever you set some new materials up. Okay, close that back down. Then we can set these to dark snow. There we go. Then we can set these to darker snow. I am gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do about some of this stuff, like the out of bounds stuff. I think a lot of it can probably just be solved by like blocking stuff in with trees and whatnot. Because I don't really want to just use invisible walls. I think those are kind of boring. Like, it's kind of lame to see some place it feels like you should be able to go, but then there's just like some invisible blockade, so you can't go there. So I'd rather try to do invisible walls by making them feel as naturalistic as possible, either by making it like piles of snow, or mountains, or a series of trees. Really anything to make it feel not as artificial. Add some lamps as props. I could add some little lamps. I kind of already have the chandeliers, but I wouldn't mind having some like little lamps sitting on the tables. Add some skis laying against the wall, and they snap in half for ghost mode. I like that. Maybe add some books on the tables and some bookshelves and candles. Bookshelves and candles would be good. I think candles would be a good fit, especially because those would be like blown out, and candles just generally I think fit the spookier vibe. So I think that's a good pick. Okay, so this all has the right material. So now we're gonna need to texture the inside of our cabin here, or rather the roof mostly. I think I'm just gonna give this the dark wood wall texture. Dark wood wall. There we go. It's looking very Minecrafty. It kind of looks like shit. But yeah, whatever. We'll fix it. We'll fix it later. And this we can use the dark wood wall texture for as well to signify that this is going to be like a stack of logs. Once we get the proper materials in. Okay, this one looks good. Now we get out here, and we're going to do all in group again. There we are. Going to need to manually do a bit of selecting there to set that back to what it should be, but we can go ahead and set all this to snow, then go brush, grab all these guys, oops, then do all this, ba-da-bum-bum-bum, cobblestone, perfect, and then back to all in angle. Set these guys to dark snow, and then these guys to darker snow. Beautiful. Solemn slalom. Is that how you spell the word? It is spelled out like this. If you guys want to know, there's something real messed up. There is a very fun game called Lost Judgment, and it is made by the people who make the Yakuza games, if you know those. So there is like a crap ton of side content because these people are maniacs. I mean that in a positive way, of course, but they are maniacs, and they will include a crap ton of side content in their games. And one of those side content things is a skateboarding minigame, and one of the skateboarding challenges is called Solemn Slalom. And I didn't, I played a little bit of the game before, but, I didn't do the skateboarding stuff until fairly recently. And more specifically, I didn't even attempt the skateboarding stuff until after I had already started working on Solemn Slalom pretty solidly. So, I realized that there's something that's a level that has the same name. And I didn't find out about it until, right when I started working on my level called Solemn Slalom. What kind of a crazy coincidence is that? And I mean, I should stress, I'm not changing it at this point. I thought of it first, and they stole my idea when they made their game in 2021. So, oops. But yeah, in all sincerity, I think that is just a very funny coincidence that just so happened to happen at the same time. Keep selecting the wrong stuff. One thing about trying to texture these columns that's kind of annoying is getting the backsides of them is a little bit of a pain since they're so ding dang close to the walls. I keep accidentally selecting the walls themselves instead. Oh god, what happened here? Oh, I haven't remeshed that yet. Whoops. Yeah, I'll have to remesh that. I mean, remeshing it's not even really that much of a big deal, really. It kind of just makes it easier to look at and easier to texture. Yeah, really not too big of a deal, actually. I'm curious what's going to be a good way to make levels outside of CubeGrid, because a lot of the ways that just are in Unreal are very tailor-made towards making levels that are very naturalistic, like sculpting at your stages instead of placing in sort of like more rigid stuff, which is why I like the CubeGrid so much, is it's very rigid. Even though it does generate models that are higher poly count than needed, but with some Unreal tips and tricks, you can make it so that it's actually pretty effective. Like you can take a model that's 100,000 polygons and turn it into 10,000 polygons, which is a super reasonable amount for a level to be 10,000 polys. Even though these levels are quite simple, but you know, gotta work with what you got. Also, what is a slalom? So slalom is a snowboarding, skateboarding sport where it's like, if you've ever seen something where people are on skis and they go in between flags, like left and right, that's a slalom. And that is a mechanic that's actually going to be present in probably the second level of this world, where it'll have this big portion where you go down a slope in a blizzard, and you can get speed boosts by drifting left and right to go in between those flags. So it'll have an actual slalom part. I want to use Unreal Engine, but it crashes when I try to run it. I'm assuming it's probably a PC power problem, because that is probably the big downside with Unreal Engine. Well, one of the two big downsides. The two big ones are that it's just a power intensive machine. Like it needs a lot of power to run games in Unreal, even if they're stupid simple and don't have a lot going on under the hood. Like Void Collector, for instance, not a very complicated game, doesn't really have a whole lot running. But even then, there's only so fast you can make it. And then yeah, it takes a lot of, it is a resource hog if you want to run it on your machine. It just sure likes slurping up as many resources as it can take. All right, let's add these guys in. And this texturing process has gone by pretty darn smooth, I gotta say. This was very, very easy. Let me get a long couch in. Then, you know what? Actually, I think we could use another couch right here in this room. It's feeling a little lonely, a little empty. Set you to 0 rotation. Mario and Sonic Olympic game minigame? Yes, it is probably in the Mario and Sonic Olympic games. But that is a slalom. That is a slalom. So that's why it's called Solemn Slalom. Is it's a spooky ghost version of that, basically. And basically it's really just a stretch because I thought of the name and thought it was funny, and I wanted to make it work. Although that's kind of 80% of game development, or just art shit in general. I've realized is a lot of the time you just kind of come up with something that you like the sound of, and just do it. Actually, this one's under the pillar. Doesn't really make sense that they would put it under the pillar, but it's funny, so I'm keeping that actually. Like a lot of the time you just kind of come up with something off the top of your head, or there's like a concept you like, so you just kind of roll with it. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool that like I'll hear stories of other developers or artists who will just sort of fly off of something off the top of their head that they yeah, sure, go with it, I guess. Or they've got some cool like end point, and that's they make a whole game to justify how they end up in this one cool scenario, and then everything else kind of evolves from there. very fun. Game development's so cool. Video games are awesome. This medium is fantastic. You know what? I think we'll even add a little bit of flavor with a Bobbert painting right here. And maybe even a Sever painting right here. Yeah, look at that. A little bit of texture, a little bit of detail. Okay, let's give the stage a run through, with the textures and stuff in place. I live in Florida, so I don't know anything winter. Last time it snowed in Florida, it was like the 1980s. And I guess with global warming and shit, it probably also isn't with climate change, that it's probably not gonna snow anytime soon. Yeah, it snows all the time where I live. I mean, not all the time, but it snows in winter. Pretty fiercely too, which especially when I had to get to my classes via bicycle. That was kind of a pain. Not kind of a pain. That was a massive pain. Yeah, now it's all snowy. I like how different the atmosphere feels out here. That's pretty cool. I think once we actually get the snow particles in too, that'll really help sell the vibe we're going for. I really like the atmosphere of this level. I think this is really fun. It's got such a unique feeling to it. Like, it looks super different. It feels super different to play. I really like this. I really like this. This is pretty cool. It's pretty good. According to me, anyways. And I am not a biased source. Level looks great. Thank you. I'm pretty pleased. I'm curious what your thoughts are as somebody who's played the other builds and whatnot. But I kind of feel like maybe I'm sure some people will prefer some of the earlier stages to some of the later stages, but especially a level like Conductor's Wrath. I feel like I'm just getting better and better with each level I'm making. I feel like the theming is getting more creative. Yeah, the theming is getting more creative. The mechanics are getting more interesting. I think I still want to work more on my enemy layouts, but a lot of the theming and level gimmicks and stuff are getting way more intricate and a lot more fun. Shit. I do wonder how it's gonna work if I can get the like system where she freezes when you look at her and then teleports when you're not looking at her. If I can get that system to work, that'll make this room really, really interesting. Just needs more assets. Yeah, I would agree with that. Definitely needs more. It needs the snow. It should have some more bookshelves and stuff other than just couches and whatnot. That's a section to have some skis lying around. Good idea. Yeah, I think that would help. 100% have enjoyed every subsequent level you've made more than the last. Can definitely see your growth in level design. Okay, that is great to hear somebody who isn't just me saying it, because it's that's been something that's so rewarding about this development process. Is that I feel like the game has just been getting better and better, and that's very rewarding to actually feel that sense of improvement. It's one of the nothing more frustrating than being stagnant and kind of just standing still. I think maybe this cuboid's actually kind of annoying. It's funny the first time, but in practice it's a bit obnoxious. I'll think about something maybe to do to make that a bit more interesting. And also that Bobbert is really kind of not an issue at all. Like he is no threat whatsoever. I think that's probably okay though. Especially on a first run through where you're probably not going to be able to speed past him. Yeah, I think that works out fairly well in that context. Okay, let's go ahead and add some gloobs now. Level stuff, gloob, there we go. So these guys are the, actually, I probably should start down here. So these are the little combo extender guys that I like to put everywhere to make sure you can actually keep your combos going realistically. So let's just chuck a bunch of these guys down for now. Also good for directing players to, follow the main path. Usually you want to keep them around that height-ish. Yeah, right at eye level. Didn't you say you're going to revise 3 buildings? So I want to, what was I going to say? Lost my train of thought. I want to revise the majority of World 1. All 3 levels are probably going to get touched up in some way. Some levels definitely need it more than others. Like, I think for instance, Big Windmill is pretty good as is. Like, I think it's still probably the strongest level of that world. And it does need some changing. Nothing too aggressive. But there are some spots that I think could use a little bit more intrigue to them. But the main inside of the windmill I think is really strong. But yeah, I think that one needs some revision. 3 buildings need some pretty major ones, I think. It's got a lot of enemy clusters that aren't the most fun to deal with and can feel kind of inconsistent to deal with. And I think it's maybe a little overlong for the second level. It could use a bit of a trim down, probably like the third building, or the first building, the really tall one. I'm probably going to cut out one of those floors and then simplify some of the 2. Yeah, cut out one of the floors and make that a little bit more interesting. Make the 3 buildings themselves a bit more interconnected. The middle building is probably going to get a complete overhaul, and the third one with the Steve Strikes on top is going to get some pretty major reworks as well. I'm thinking keep the idea of like a Steve Strike sniper tower. Probably just limit it down to 1 Steve to make it more interesting. Are you actually going to implement pseudo Weeping Angel mechanic for Sever? If I can find a way to, then yes. I don't really know exactly how I will do that at this point. But in testing, her just sort of teleporting in front of you it isn't actually really all that fun, really. So I think the Weeping Angel idea could be really unique, and well, maybe not unique, because obviously every game, every horror-esque game has that kind of thing where there's like an enemy you gotta look at. But I think it would be very fun. I think it's different, it's dynamic. So yeah, I do want to try to get that implemented. I think that was a good idea. This is there's a lot of weird things about like making a game so live and so public, where the public is so privy to so many details of development. But certainly one of the benefits is getting like really useful, like really good suggestions and feedback. And Luke, you've had like pretty consistently great suggestions. How to support this game? Hey, thank you, VR Banana 360. I appreciate your 30 knock. I don't know what that means, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you very much. Very cool of you. I need to get alerts. I keep forgetting to set those up. All right, imagine a big text flashed on screen and it said VR Banana 360 Games donated 30 knock, and then a cool sound effect played. Imagine that happened. I'm fumbling, grumbling. Just in your abilities? Well, thank you. But you've had very good feedback. And I appreciate that. Something I really do appreciate a lot is that I've got a community that is super willing and constantly will critique the things that I do, and that is fantastic to have. I know there's some people who like will not want to hear, people saying that, oh, I don't like this should be changed, or yada yada. But having a community that will constantly like say if they don't like something, who will instantly say if they don't like something, is so valuable to have. And I am genuinely extremely grateful for that. I feel like that has helped me grow as a developer quite a lot. It's like the change from the demo to now has been so massive. And who knows, by the time the game's out, who knows how much better of a developer I'm going to be, thanks to having people who are willing to criticize and critique. Anyways, while I was talking about all that, I was just adding a little bit of depth to these fellas. And we're going to do the same here, so that way it's not all this this monochromatic mess. Just add a little bit of texture and variety here. Which I think the whole section could afford to have a slightly darker color. I'm curious how much of this detail is actually even going to show up when you're in, because you're only going to be seeing this area when you're in ghost mode, right? So it's all going to have that dark bluish tint to it. So curious how that'll shake out. Baba boom, baba booey. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. Something's stupid in my head today. Use a bit more of that contrast. How much? Put a lot of little nooks and crannies on this thing, didn't I? Kind of forgot about all this. Is the haunted house theme a world or just a level? The haunted house theme is the third world. And I did call it a haunted house, but it's kind of more accurate to say that it is a. Did I actually texture out this? I think I did. Yeah, there we go. But it is a haunted ski resort. So it is a haunted house, but it's not like a haunted house in the most traditional sense. Okay, that you can see the contrast there. Actually, yeah, it helps clarify that this is a different part of the level. It helps the contrast a little bit. Baba Booey is the best. Replace it with your bum bum. No, I'm not. I will keep saying bum bum bum. I will not stop, and I will not replace it with a Baba Booey. Bread. Bread indeed. Thank you, good sir. Okay, what was I doing? Globs, right? I forgot about the globs. The gloobs. Oh yeah, and I can place down some of the little friggin' the guys. The wait, no, I already did that. Whoops. The groks. That's what they're. Groks, yeah. Where'd I put the groks? I think they're probably props. Train yard? Gork. Not grok. Gork. Yeah, okay, let's get some gorks in here. If you haven't seen the gorks before. Oh, why is he so huge? Oh, it's the flipbook, it's not the... Yeah, there we go. There's Gork. There's our guy. There he is. So these guys are just fun little props that I can put in here and there. Ooh. Okay. So okay. So these guys are normally they just add a little bit of flair to the place, make it feel a little bit more alive, you know, make it feel like it's kind of lived in. But let's do set timer by event, and let's do let's go custom event. Dead Gorks in ghost mode would be so hilarious. Dude, we are on the same page. That is literally what I'm doing right now. Luke beating my goat. You stream on Twitch too, or just YouTube? I just do YouTube. I guess I could probably multi-stream on Twitch. I just kind of don't. All right, we're gonna do dead check, and we're going to cast to BP first person character. Get player controller. Is it get player controller? Or is it get player pawn? Let's get player pawn. Get player pawn. There we go. And then we're going to promote that to a variable just so we don't have to constantly cast to it, because that's kind of expensive, and it takes up a lot of resources that it does not otherwise need to do. Okay. So, dead check. It will, as first person character, we will get ghost mode. There we go. And branch. If ghost mode is true, then set the flipbook to dead. And if ghost mode is false, then they will be alive. So we got our Gork right here, and then we'll do a loop around, activate ghost mode. Just don't worry about fighting any of the enemies. He's still alive. Oh, because I haven't actually run the timer yet. Stupid. I can get rid of couch, and door I'll keep because I need to fix that. Can get rid of that. Everything else we can keep open. Yeah, we need to check this, let's say every half second, and we'll loop that. Just because we don't really need to worry. The less often we make that timer tick, the less performance cost it has. And honestly, this shouldn't really be much of a performance cost. It's very minimal. But yeah, we still don't really want to be using undue resources that we don't really need to be spending. Okay, so we got one Gork. Let's add a couple extra Gorks in here just to give it a little bit more pizzazz, a little more flair. Rotate you to 90. Let's keep him the default purple. Rotate this one at 180 degrees. Let's make this guy a nice yellowy color. Then we'll head up here. Add another Gork in. Let's make him orange. Add some Gorks reading some books and give him glasses. That's a good idea. Maybe we could even have like a Gork out here with like a snow cap on or something, sitting on like a snowboard. I'm gonna spend so much time just working on the little visual details instead of actually working on the level designs. Okay, and then I think we can probably just add one more Gork. Actually, you know what? We'll add a pair of Gorks. Then we'll put on a -90. There we go. So they're hanging out on the couch together, chilling. Let's make a green one and a red one. All right, let's go through and observe the Gorks. They're hanging out. They're chilling. He's hanging out. He's having a good time. He's dead now. And he's alive. He's good. And then we loop on through here. Hit the ghost mode trigger. Head back in. And he's dead. And then we should see the last Gork hanging out right there. There they are. Ah, shit. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Alright, I've actually, usually this is around where I would end stream, because it's been about 2 hours, but I'm kind of feeling full of energy right now. I got a lot of mojo still left in me, so I think I actually want to keep going. Not sure how much longer, but might even start working on the next level. Really get some excellent progress going this week. But that being said, I have had a ton of water to drink, and my voice is a little bit sore. Can you shoot the lamp? Actually, you cannot shoot the lamp, but that would be a good idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna be right back. Let me just BRB. Oh, sorry, I realized I muted my mic too early. Anyways, be right back. I'm back. That didn't take too long. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get you. There we go. Level. Whoop. Level design. Oh, that's the song still. There we go. There we go. Yeah. All right. Let's get the playlist back on. I think I'm gonna give it a reshuffle because I think the playlist got stuck. No, we already got this one, didn't we? Shuffle again. Reshuffle. Turn the volume up a little bit so you guys can actually hear it. All right. Okay. Okay. So we got a couple of things we can do now. Like I said, still feeling good to go. Still raring to go. So we could start working on the next stage and the slalom gimmick. We could work on. Yeah, we could try to experiment with the slopes. We could experiment with. I've mentioned chairlifts, but I'm kind of considering scrapping them. They weren't really that fun in practice. I'll even put one down so we can just explain a little bit about those and why I'm not too sure about trying to continue making those work. Let's get a chairlift in here. So basic idea is that they would, there we go. They would take you from one place to the next. So in this case, they take you up and then back down. And then if you step off, they would stop, but the coding on these is a little janky. And then it wasn't really that fun because they kind of just force you to go a specific speed, which is just kind of antithesis to what this game is. Like, if you're using them, you kind of just have to use this exact speed. And then the surfboards in the previous world are kind of the same thing, where if you want to just chill out and take it easy, you can just ride them up, and it's nice and simple. Whereas for the surfboards, you can also jump off of them right at the start to get a massive speed boost. And that could work for the chairlifts if they went over really big distances, but they kind of just then would feel too similar to the surfboards and would help make the worlds blur together a little bit too much. And I've also tried putting enemies on these so they can move back and forth and shoot at you while they're on them. That ended up being way more of an annoyance than it was fun. Maybe there's a way to make it work, but I am kind of not sure about that. We'll see. Anyways. What's your favorite snack? For reference, I'm talking about stuff like Cheez-Its and Goldfish. That is tricky. I'm an adult. I'm 21, so I try to limit my snack intake too much because I've still got a fairly fast metabolism, but I don't have the same metabolism I had when I was younger. So I don't want to eat super snacky stuff like Cheez-Its and Goldfish. Although Cheez-Its and Goldfish are quite good, especially as a college student. You can get like one of those like giant massive things of goldfish for like $10, and that'll last you eons. Like that is a broke college student's best friend. Those things are amazing. But I'm trying to eat better. So usually like a good snack is just like peanut butter and apples. Like apple slices, peanut butter. That's like healthy, good like post-workout thing too. You get a little bit of protein. Those are good. If I'm feeling healthy, those are my favorite snacks. I love French fries though. I've got an air fryer, and sometimes I'll like chuck those in the air fryer. Those are delicious. Who else is missing Kimberly BL for today's goal? I actually haven't reinstalled the font yet. I should do that actually. That is my favorite font, so I should bring it back. But I just haven't reinstalled it on this computer. Okay, so let's go ahead and test out the slopes and slalom stuff a little bit. Let's go to slalom test, and let's give it a bit of a test drive and see if this is fun or not. Okay, let's grab these guys and just extend this down quite a bit. Quite a bit. I mean, like quite a bit. Okay, maybe not that quite a bit. Like quite a bit, but like not that far down. And let's just extend the slope out. Something like that, yeah. We should automatically slide down. That is very steep, so I imagine that... Yeah, we automatically slide down. If you hold control, you'll really send yourself flying. That's pretty fun. let's just go in a little bit and then back out. All right, coolio. You know what? Actually, I think we'll even make this. Let's make this a lot wider, so you have more space to work with here for the slaloming. Get these guys. Then extrude you out. There we go. Now we've got a nice flush slope going there. Then extend this across, much the same. All right, cool. So now you can go down the slope, jump off it, get a nice little momentum boost. I think that'll be a fun, interesting gimmick. For frame of reference, I'm thinking of a pretty different structure for the next level. It'll be a lot more splintered and fractured than the levels usually are. It'll start out in something kind of like this. You start inside, fairly normal. Probably a brief combat encounter, don't even activate ghost mode or anything. And then you go outside, and you've got a big ski slope. And that'll like take you down, you do like some jumps, you land into another building, and then that'll probably have ghost mode activated, and you do some stuff. And then you leave, ghost mode deactivates, you go down another slope, and then you land into another building. And then in this building, you'll do even more combat stuff. And then a tricky thing is that it will stay in ghost mode for the next ski slope, and there'll be ghosts on the slope trying to attack you. So then you'll stay in the building, well, you'll leave the building, ghost mode is on, you have one final thing where you have to slalom down, hitting flags and dodging ghosts and stuff, and then that'll lead to the end of the stage. So that's what I'm thinking for that one. It'll be a lot more outdoorsy than this one, but it'll still be very enclosed. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. So let's see if we can't get some ski slopes working and feeling fun. Why don't we? Let's start by getting the materials. Getting a material in. Let's get dark snow. Perfect. Automatically set that one up because it was an empty texture. And let's remesh so it looks a little bit less like a nightmare. Okay. So we're gonna go to interactable level stuff, and we're gonna make a new actor, and we're gonna call it BP Slalom Flags. I'm gonna place this guy. Oh, I forgot I was doing this janky nonsense on this map where it won't place stuff on the cube grid. It only lets you place stuff on other actors. It's so annoying. I don't know why it's doing that. It doesn't do that in any other map. It just does it on this one. It's so weird. I'm sure there's some like flag I ticked somewhere, but it's quite obnoxious. Okay, so we're gonna start by adding a flip, not a flip book, a flip book. And we're gonna call it flag or check. There we go. So this was intended to be used for checkpoints, which I probably still will use for checkpoints. Because I was talking with the patrons, and they had a good thought on it, and some people have brought it up before, too, in some of the previous builds. But I think a checkpoint system kind of takes away from the game in its current state, where like if you just get regular checkpoints and levels, it doesn't really add to the overall experience. So I don't really want to do that now. Let's see if I can just extend this out and then give these no collision. Or collision, no collision, no collision. There you go. But I would probably use the checkpoints in some way, shape, or form for a Geometry Dash style checkpoint system. Some people have sort of have described it, and I assume that's how it works. I haven't played Geometry Dash in a while, but I'm assuming it's like people were saying like practice mode, you can place your own checkpoints. And that's what I think would be a pretty good idea for like a purely practice difficulty. Like maybe you're invincible, and like the screen still flashes, but like you don't actually take damage when you're in practice mode, and you can manually place checkpoints and stuff, and you have like infinite juice or something. Something like that could be good. So I'll still probably use those as checkpoints. These are not the actual flags. I'm gonna custom draw ones, but for now it does the job. Okay, so this should be relatively simple code. So let's set it to a event begin overlap. We're going to cast to BP first person character. So as long as it's only our character, so enemies and stuff won't be able to get the boost from this. And then as first person character, we will we'll do a launch character. Target is player, and we'll do a Z override, but not an X and Y override. And I think I'm going to do like a negative 300 or so. And basically this will ensure that the player is launched down into the slope further. Like, let's even set it to something like negative 1,000. Like, we want to make sure that they do like stick to the slope. This actually looks pretty good too. So like if we jump into it, yeah, then it'll force us down to the ground, lickety split. What if we make it like ridiculous, like negative 5,000 or something? Bah, nice. You know what? I think we're gonna even let's add the box here. Let's attach, then nest these guys to the box, and then extend the box up. There we go. That way it's all linked together. What are these flag guys? These are just placeholder flags because I had drawn these for the scrapped checkpoint system. Well, it'll come back in some way, but it won't be. It'll be different. But these are for the slalom flags, like I mentioned, where you go down the slope and you weave in back and forth in between different sets of flags. These are going to be those, so they'll give you a speed boost, and they'll also force you downwards really fast. That way you can get a little bit extra velocity. Actually, let's see if maybe if they're on the actual slopes, if that'll break anything, or if they'll like just send you skyrocketing down like way too fast. Let's do that as a test. Okay, it didn't seem like it did a whole lot. What if I just go into it not holding anything? It was a little bit of a speed boost. No, it was distinctly a speed boost. Okay, one other thing though, because they do look a little janky right like that, is let's angle them like that. Drag them back up a little bit. And let's see how that does, because now they might be launching us the wrong way. No, that worked. Oh, because it's launching the player. Right. Alright, set it to 10,000. This is probably too much. It's actually not so bad. Let's set ourselves a little obstacle course here, why don't we? Something like this. We gotta weave in and then out and then back in. Yeah, okay, that's pretty fun. I like that. Okay. It's not bad. So it is a little hard to actually control your speed once you're going. Maybe I'll have like a slightly larger gap in between these, just so you can get your speed a little bit more comfortably. Nice. And then if we just what happens if you just hold control? Let's start from right here. So if we go to the bottom, we get there in about 2.4-ish? Yeah, like 2.4. And then if we hit these, we got there in less. It took us longer to reach going through those. Okay, I think the problem is that we have more speed with just gravity than the flags actually give us as a boost. What if we turn off the Z override and give them a slightly lower number, so about 5,000, so that way each individual flag will instead stack onto your speed. I think that might have been faster? Is that faster? I'm not actually sure if that was faster. Turn my music down, new song's a little loud. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually faster or not. I don't think it is. No, it might be. I don't know if I'm just like seeing what I want to see or not. Oh, it's totally faster just to go down there yourself instead of using the flags. Dang it. What if we just add like a 500 to your X and Y? Will this like send you forwards and not down? Because it should give us like forwards, but we're so fast going the other way that it works out anyways. That's pretty fun though. Sure, let's. I keep getting stuck on this like ledge here. It's kind of annoying. Oh, look at that though. If you do a shift on the slope, you can get quite a lot of speed when you leave it. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. Ski free at skiing time. Very true. Got some skiing enthusiasts. Man, this game's movement is nuts. You can go so far with such little effort. You can hold up if you want to not go as fast, but it will definitely start stacking once you go down. Let's try having 2 flags instead. Maybe I'll give him like something else, like a combo speed boost or something, like a combo boost instead of a speed boost, because it kind of seems like it's not better. It's not much better just to go faster than just holding control down a slope. Seems like far and away the best way to do it. So maybe something like that where you can hold shift and control to start building speed, and then release it to go launch yourself like that. That's pretty unique, because you hold control, if I didn't explain this at all. So control increases your gravity by a lot. So if you hold shift on a slope, it increases your gravity and lets you slide down much faster than you could otherwise. And if you hold shift, you start building up speed that you can then release to launch. So you hold both of them at the same time, and then only release shift, or release both of them actually at the same time, and then you can go flying. And that's a little bit of a unique input that you haven't really done before. So that's kind of cool, kind of interesting. Combo boost might be a little better. Yeah, it feels like the speed boost is not really that helpful, and it might even do the opposite and make it feel more inconsistent. Let's go ahead and set combo, and we're going to get combo. Going to add, let's say 25, and then we will clamp that at 100, so it doesn't go above 100. So let the combo meter drain a bit. We go down here. There we go. Cool. You get a little combo boost. Gives you a good reason to go for it. I'm thinking maybe for a Voltaic Plus even, we could have it so that if you want to maintain your combo for the entire stage, then you actually will need to hit those. Like, you won't have a way to keep your combo going long enough otherwise. I think that could work out pretty well. So, I was just talking about how I was probably scrapping the ski lifts, but this is kind of the perfect opportunity to use the chairlift. Is to use them right here. So like they could take you from the bottom of the slope back to the top of the slope. That could work pretty good. Why is this map like this? I'm still gonna need to fix some jank with the chairlifts because they're inherently a bit buggy, but I can look into that. And this is something else I was working on. Is these guys, these low frame rate, because they're not set to event tech, so you can kind of see them jitter a little bit more. So I'll probably tweak that. But this is where the have some ropes in between multiple of these that the chairlifts hang off of. Of course, it would just be an illusion, but it could help add to it a bit. You should keep the placeholder asset and turn it into a permanent asset because I love these flags. I like how the flags look. I like the dumb faces on them. But I'm probably still going to use these in some shape, like as the checkpoint flags for the like practice mode. So they'll probably still be used, and I need to animate them actually moving and waving, so they're not just like static. All right, let's go ahead and start working on the next level. Why don't we? Let's go to Slalom. Let's copy-paste Slalom Empty and rename you to Slalom 2. And then let's hit Shift F5. Nope, not Shift 5? Where are we not doing? We're not working. There we go. Wasn't showing up for a second there. And then let's make a simple room. Doesn't have to be too big or anything. Go. That'll be just our base starting platform. Where's our spooky lighting? Spooky lighting is up there. And our post-process, just move it up here with our spooky lighting. It's a big stream today. It is. I kind of feel good today. I've got a lot of energy, and I'm on a break too, so I have more time and more energy to stream. Hey, welcome back, Ethan. All right. So, how do we want to start this level out? Is the question. I think we could try to work backwards, because that might be the smart idea. You gotta do chairlifts now with the lifts. Yeah, it kind of does make a lot of sense. And that kind of fits better too, because the problem with the chairlifts mechanically were that they forced you to maintain a slowish speed, and they just kind of weren't that fun to work around. Whereas now, they work because they would be kind of slow. Like, they're purely a means for backtracking in case you missed some enemies, right? So they functionally are good that they're not that fast, because they work as a sort of a punishment for being too slow, right? Alright, start by adding this guy in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you on break because of the hurricane or something else? Because I haven't heard of an early October break. I'm a college student, so I don't know. They do things weird. It's a really weird break. We get Monday and Tuesday off, and like that's it. We just get a Monday and a Tuesday off. It's not a very useful break, frankly, unless you decide to leave a bit early, which I did. Okay, so this is where we're gonna have the end of the stage, and I believe it should be about 1, 2, 3, 4 total tall. Let's go double check here, just to make sure that my heights are consistent. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we go back to Slalom 2. And, oh, nope, don't path extrude. Go back. There we go. This is where we can have the end of our stage, and then we can have a bit extending. We can do all sorts of stuff here. But this is just for a base, just a frame of reference. Doesn't have to be the actual ending bit of our building here. College smallage. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm in college. Ooh, idea. We got like a hole in the roof, right? And that's the end of the thought. Do I have the shaders on? I do not have the shaders on. Hold on. Material. I do have the outline shader. Why is it not showing up? It's just because it's not lit or something? Because it's... Oh no, because it uses the other material. Never mind. I got it. I know why it's doing what it's doing. But anyways, cool idea. Leading into this final building, you got a slope you go down, and you go down the slope, jump off, and then you can land in the roof and skip going through the door. How cool would that be? And it's like, it's broken open, and there's snow falling through and stuff, and there's snow on the ground and whatever. That'd be sick as heck. Nerd? What? You're telling me that a guy who makes video games is a nerd? Can't be. Couldn't be. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, so we should have one right about here. Oh, I'm editing the wrong thing. Here? Maybe? Oh, I'm in the floor, whoops. So it should be even on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just add one there, and then subtract from the wall here. There we go. Okay, so we'll have the slope sort of dumpy out here. Maybe we can even sort of close this whole section in a little. Not too worried about that right now. For now, we'll just add in this so we have an idea. It's basically just sketching right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and extend this out quite far. Pretty far. Yeah. This level is going to be kind of big. Maybe too big. We'll live check the poly count a couple of times just to see if it's maybe a little too large. Yeah, this is probably too wide actually. Let's thin this out a little. This is gonna hyperinflate our poly count. We don't really want to do that. Yeah, like already cutting down like a third of the polys there. Beats in my head. Bigger is better. Bigger also causes frame rates to tank. I think if it was huge, that'd be cool. I'm with you in spirit, but in practicality, we have limitations. If the poly count isn't too bad, then I can make some of them larger. How many bouncers are in the game so far? I actually don't, never thought to count. Probably a lot. Good amount. There'll probably be quite a few less after I do the revamp of 3 buildings, but that level's just kind of loaded in general. Okay, as this slope. Oh shit, you don't even slide down it. No! No! It's not slope enough. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. We need to go higher. Can we get much higher? Okay, we're going even higher up. We gotta go to the top, baby. Ethan Levy bouncer fan detected. Your secrets have been uncovered. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. And you will fall down naturally. And then you can jump off and then land right through the middle. Oh, that is great. That is great. I like that a lot, as a matter of fact. Okay. And I'm kind of going at a really good clip right now. Let's save that wall for later. But the current plan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, still like 8. The plan was to make a world about every 2 months. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So the plan was to make a world every 2 months. So I would I kind of matched that with the beach world, although in actuality I ended up doing quite a bit more than that. Or I ended up doing it quite a bit faster than that. It took only about, like, even with taking a week off to get used to going back to school, I still managed to finish the world with about like 2 weeks left. Realistically, I mean, there's still some things that need to be changed, but like the content was complete. A lot of the graphics and visuals and stuff are complete. So I had a really good clip there. And then like I would have already probably made a lot more progress on this world already if I hadn't had to be out of commission for 2 weeks because my ding dang computer wasn't working. So I'm saying this. This is a complete, like, not a promise or a guarantee by any means, but I might, if I can keep this pace up, where I've been going really fast and getting the world out in like a month and a half, I might be able to expand the scope of the game more. Probably not like a full-on new, like, 5th world. Probably not that, but I could add more more small levels. I could add more of the challenge stages. I could flesh out the hub world a bit more, even. I could add in maybe some, like, fun little bonus modes here and there, and extra polished details. I think that I can add more content to this game than originally I planned to. I think that I can do that. Is this levels where Voltaic enemies are introduced? Yes, this is. Okay, so now it's got a little enclosure. Nice. I wonder if maybe the enclosure doesn't, maybe it doesn't really fit here. Maybe we can just put some loose trees and stuff around instead, actually. Because it is kind of, you can kind of see from the top that it's not really enclosed. Maybe this doesn't really work. I had a Christmas and Halloween mini worlds like Cluster Truck. I mean, this kind of is a Halloween world already. Void Collector Christmas special. This already kind of is a Christmas world if you think about it, because it's, you know, it's a Halloween and Christmas world. It's a snowy, spooky area. It's like Nightmare Before Christmas or whatever. You know, it's like that. It's both themes at the same time, except it's not actually Christmassy. Although it is kind of Christmassy. I guess it's more wintry than it is Christmassy. I'm thinking I'll put, like, some trees here or something to, like, have a little barrier. Hi guys, what did I miss? Well, you missed quite a bit, as a matter of fact, yeah. Very, very productive day. We finished. Definitely not done. It's gonna need some tweaks and stuff and some new visual details. But we got a really good first draft, or even second draft, really, of the first level. That's in place. We did some coding for the first enemy, or for the second ghost enemy, rather. We started working on the second level, did a bunch of polishing and detailing and texturing. It's been a very, very good, very productive stream day today. Void Collector World 5 sets bedroom. There's not a whole lot in it. If I had the webcam, I could show you all this nothing that's here. I mean, I got a Street Fighter 3 poster. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we're gonna start by just expanding this platform a bit more, make it very long. Very productive few hours. Yes, it was indeed. Now, fortunately, it's not quite as much as that sounds, because I did do pretty much all of the layout work yesterday for the first level, and that probably took about 5 hours or so. Maybe 4. No, it was 5. It was like 5 hours. So it's maybe not quite as productive as it does sound, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. But it was indeed still pretty good. Nope. Control Z. There we go. You know what? I think I'll even pull this back a little bit so that we have some more breathing room here. Oops, actually punched a hole in the floor there. There we are. Expand you upwards. I think we'll even make this section, this building here, a bit larger. And if it's too big, we can shrink it down. Right now, we're just trying to get an idea about how large we want this to be. It's more of a structural sketch rather than anything else. If you keep such progress up, Void Collector will be released by January. You know, I wouldn't mind releasing it a little bit early, but there is going to need to be a lot of time at the end of development focused on polishing and bug fixing and testing on different hardware and stuff. So I wouldn't count on it coming out particularly early. But I think that if we keep this pace up, then yes, there should be more content in it than I initially had planned. And heck, maybe it'll even come out a little sooner. That'd be great. Guys, what are you gonna do when Void Collector sells 27 undecillion copies? What do we do when Void Collector becomes the next big hit, the next big Pizza Tower-like indie game phenomenon? You guys can all claim you were here. You're all the early fellas. You get special, like, you get bragging rights because you got to be here on the ground floor, you know, when everything was simple. Back before Big Void Collector was all out and about, and before Seth sold out. I sold the rights to Void Collector to Gearbox, and then they make really shitty DLC for it. I should clarify I'm joking, and that's what happened to Risk of Rain 2 if you were out of the loop there. Oh, whoops. I should also, I think it's probably apparent that was a joke, but I do not intend on selling Void Collector to nobody. If this thing like takes off somehow, like massively, then I would not. This is my baby. I'm not giving this to nobody. I would not even be surprised. I would be very surprised. I gotta tell you guys, I'm going into this with like the attitude and the expectation that Void Collector will sell, like, you know, it'll sell all right. It'll sell some decent copies. Probably nothing crazy, but it'll do all right. And then like that'll like it'll do okay. That's what I'm kind of expecting. I'm not really anticipating anything particularly massive from this game. And that's okay. This is my first game, you know. It's like I'm not expecting to be able to turn this into a career on the first shot. Although, if that did happen, that would be amazing. But it's probably not going to happen. So Void Collector to Valve. They don't even make games no more. They're too busy making. I mean, I guess they did make Deadlock, but I don't like Deadlock. I haven't even played it. I just don't really like MOBAs. And I only kind of like team shooters. Like I played a lot of Overwatch, but I kind of hate Overwatch. TF2 though, TF2 is very fun. I like TF2 a lot. A Void Collector TF2 would honestly go crazy. That'd be kind of fun, like making a multiplayer spinoff. That could be really fun. That would definitely have to happen if I got a if this game is a massive success and I have a bunch of money and shit to actually pay a development team, then that could actually that's not off the table, I suppose. But multiplayer, like online multiplayer indie games are tricky. It's kind of hard to like make one actually successful and profitable, most importantly. It's not ideal necessarily. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do have a lot of ideas for what I could do with Void Collector in the future. Like I've already got a really good idea as to what I would do in a sequel. And I've like put a little bunch of hints and stuff as to what a sequel would be like in this already. I don't know if people have really picked up on them yet, because I don't know if I've actually really given a whole lot of breadcrumbs yet, really, now that I think about it. But there are hints and little pieces about what I would do for a sequel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go. Then we're gonna cut out the roof. The roof. There we go. And again, we can make this bigger if we need to. This is really just an experimentation of layout. Each enemy would be a different class. That could be fun. It's you know, I try not to think too far in the future on this sort of thing. You know, it's like who knows where stuff's gonna end up, where I'll be in a couple years, where this project's gonna go. Like I said, you know, I'm going in with the full expectation that Void Collector will come out. It'll sell moderately well by my estimations. It'll do solidly. I'll get a decent little bundle of cash, but I'm not expecting that I'll be able to turn this into a career instantly. Because I love repeating myself, I guess. But it's really fun to think about the future and speculate on what future projects could be and where Void Collector could go and where other projects could go. I've got so many ideas as to what like not only other projects like other games, but also like Void Collector. Like there's a Void Collector 2 I've got ideas for, and there's like an RPG like sort of spin-off thing I've got ideas for that could be really, really fun. Again, I'm not promising that any of this could happen or will happen, but I've got ideas. I've got an idea for like a beat 'em up game that I want to work on. Me and a friend have ideas for a murder mystery game that we really want to work on at some point. Me and that same friend also have an idea for like an RPG we want to work on. There's too many ideas. There's not enough time for all these ideas tossing around in my brain. That was kind of big, isn't it? Wood Collector 2 is not real. Right now, it is not real. Right this instant, it is not real. But don't be surprised if I do make one. Alright, so here's like a loose little layout. So you go through here, and then you fight through here, and then you go in here, and you go through here, and you go through here, and you go through there, and you go through here, and you go through there, and you go cha-pow. You go with ka-chow, you know? Promote your video game for free. Well, thank you, Enceladus, appreciate it. Screen is black. No, not this again. All right, there we go. Is it back? Is it back? We good? I'm looking on the actual screen. Hey, okay, there we go. There we go. Listen, guys, I don't know why it does that. Sometimes it just decides to do that. It just doesn't. It just decides that it wants to be annoying. Alright, anyways, as I was saying, I don't know if you guys actually saw any of that, or the black screen was just present instead. You got this slide here. You start it there in a building, we'll build the building later. You do a fight here, wrap your way around here, go through here, fight through here, and then down here. What is the stream delay? I don't actually know. I'm gonna do a bird. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, about 8 seconds. Not that bad, considering that the internet here is, you know, dubious. That seems faster than normal. Sometimes it seems like it's like 12 seconds or something. Screen has a massive pog in it? On it? There's a big pog on the screen? What are you talking about? I mean, I can make one. Pog. Can you make the pog go away? Are you guys just gaslighting me? Is there a real pog? I'm not seeing a pog anyway. Maybe the pog got burnt into your screens from leaving from the other part of the stream. Alright, so make another building here. Let's go. This will be the starting area. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's covering the whole screen. Okay, I think you guys are lying to me now. Okay, we got 1, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got another layer. And then we're gonna hollow out the inside like a pumpkin. There we go. Nice and hollow. Then you go, bah! Then you slam on down here. The pog is back. Please, the pog is my family hostage. You guys are trying to fool me into something. There ain't no pog in this house. Can't believe this. Getting lied to by my own audience. Thought we had a good thing going. Why would you guys do this to me? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe it should be 4 tall, the inside of a building. At least according to the arbitrary random setup I picked. Yeah, this looks about right. You know what? Let's even just double check. Let's not leave that up to nothing. 2, 3, 4. Yep, I was correct. Okay, cool. So then we get up here, and then we got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this roof is way higher than it should be. Extend you out like so. He did not lie. It's real. There's a pog and a pog. How are you guys seeing this? Wait, like where is this? I'm not seeing anything. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You guys still, I guess lying. I need like a code word to like make sure you guys aren't. I'm not being lied to. Oh shoot! I made it as a separate output. Damn it. Love gaslighting. I figured as much. You sons of bitches. Why would you guys do this to me? I thought we were on the same team here, guys. You're not supposed to lie to the streamer. Now I'm never sure if my chat is telling the truth to me. Now I gotta live the rest of my life in fear and anxiety. I just got swatted by the Pog. The Pog is engaging the military. He does not know he speaks the truth? Yeah. If someone's speaking the truth, why don't they post a screenshot in the Discord? What about that? Although I guess you could probably just like add a Pog to the screenshot. Actually, that probably wouldn't. That doesn't prove shit. Okay, so I'm thinking that the player is gonna start up here, maybe like right in this room, and then they go through. And then head downstairs. Then we're going to extend this out by a couple, just so you have a nice little ramp here. The Pog is in today's goal. Well, that Pog is real. That's the real Pog. Okay, so we start up here. Probably have some rooms and stuff you go through. Maybe like a small combat encounter here. Oh, probably even a Gunther right here, actually. A Gunther and a Steve. And then you'll wrap around down here. And then this will be blocked off by like something right here. And then you're going to see through the glass, like probably right here, a voltaic ghost that is slowly approaching a Gunther. And then you see the transformation happen before your very eyes. Close this in a little bit so it's not quite so unnecessarily huge. Yeah, I think that could work pretty good. Start it here. You get like all my levels I like to have a little room where you start and you get to explore. Okay, yeah, see this? I'm just seeing the Pog at the bottom. Which, there is the tiny Pog, but there's not I was asking for proof of the big Pog. That's a tiny Pog. As if I needed any more proof, I was being lied to. Gaslotin. Oh, it's just gaslit. What am I trying to think of the past tense, but it's just gaslit. Alright, so you go through here, you see two of your dudes, they're shooting at you, they're attacking you, it's like, oh shit. And then you go down here and yada yada. Alright, hold on, I do have to do one tiny thing real quick. Let's go to props, hub and tutorials. Actually, no, is that interactable? I think it might be interactable hub. Yeah. Let me just, go. Where's... Ooh. You just, Alright. There we go. That's just for my... That's just for me. You're gonna add some sort of range to voltaic ghosts, so enemies aren't just insta-voltaic in later parts of the stage. Yeah, you're kind of right, they do just approach whenever they want to, huh? I didn't even think about that. I'll probably have to set up a trigger box system. Some sort of trigger box system, yeah, that's what I was trying to say, to the ghosts, so that way, whenever you hit a certain area, then they'll become active, just so that they don't become, like, overbearing. See, I did not even think about that, you're right. I'm trying to think how I want to lay this out. I think I will have a small room here, and then you'll do the actual confrontation in here. Okay, no, I've got a good idea. I got an idea. Got a perfect idea. Sorry, that's an average-sized pog. It's not just size shaming. All right, you guys are never pleased. How's that? That big enough for you? Is that a large enough pog? No, it's not. I'll be honest with myself, it's not. Okay, it's huge. That thing is massive. That is the biggest pog I've ever seen. Well, that's just staying up there for a while. I'm just gonna. All right. So if you guys are here for future streams, can we? I want to keep this bit going. Although I think I don't know if we're gonna be able to get anybody with this because I think like all of my regular viewers are here except maybe like Eraserpaste. So we can trick Eraserpaste or something. Unless he watches this stream, the VOD. But let's just like. If this shows up again in like future streams, like if I'm working on this, let's just like not like acknowledge it. Like don't even like everyone's just like, what are you talking about? There's no pog in this guy. What are you talking about? There's nothing there. Pass on the gaslighting you did to me. carry the spirit of that on. Okay. So let's go ahead and add something right there. Yeah. And then we're going to chop out, set it to 100 actually, so we can be a little bit more precise with this. Cut a hole there, and we'll put a window here so you can see the voltaicing. Yeah, not now, next stream. Well, we can start it now. We can literally start it now. No one's stopping us from just pretending that this doesn't exist. Because it doesn't exist, it's not here. There's no pog. This is such a stupid bit. It just hit me. It just hit me for like a split second. I was just hit like a truck by the moronity of this moment that I'm in. What doesn't exist? Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Wait, didn't we just get this song? Why is my playlist looping this aggressively? Give me Stop Hanging DJs from No More Heroes. And we'll reshuffle and we should get different music. Why is the stream being tagged as Minecraft? Is it? Is that real? What the hell? It does say Minecraft. That's not correct. That's weird. I mean, I guess we're building with blocks. Look, it's Minecraft. It's literally Minecraft. We're building with blocks. I'm building with brown bricks and Minecraft. Are you guys gonna get that? Some of you guys are probably my age, right? I know some people in the audience are definitely very young. All right, let's grab a window. Rotate that sucker 90 degrees. Try to get him smack dab in the center of that so that way it expands properly. There we go. Looks about right. There we go. Okay, and then we can grab a Gunther. And grab a Voltaic Ghost. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. I have an idea. So it was mentioned before that it was a good point that it doesn't matter where you are. The Voltaic Ghost will always approach their targets, and then try to move them. It'll try to get towards them and then assimilate, essentially. But what if we set up on event begin play? So it's got the begin play, and then let's what are we gonna? Let's start timer by what? Set timer by event, not start timer. Whoop. Set timer by event. There we go. Let's set a custom event right there. And we're gonna call this guy just ghost check. There we go. And we'll just check that, say, every 0.1 seconds. We want this to be pretty frequent. So yeah, that'll work. Set looping, and then we're going to cast to BP first person character. That's not correct. Cast to BP first person character. We're going to get player pawn. I think it's correct. Yeah, it is correct indeed. And then we will promote to a variable so we don't have to recast over and over, which saves us quite a lot of performance power here. And then we will, as first-person character, we will get ghost mode, which will let us know if we're in ghost mode or not. And then we can hook that up into a branch, like so. And if it is, let's have our own variable here, and we'll say ghost. And we will set ghost to true, and set ghost to false. Excellent. And then it will not do the move to if we have a branch here, and if ghost is false, it won't do it, but if its ghost is true, then it will. So it should, in theory, not move. All right, looks like we got it working. Excelente. Sorry, but I was being insane over something like a POG existing. Can you go through the level real quick? Well, a POG doesn't exist, but sure, I can talk about our philosophy if that wasn't made clear. So, start at a level, small room, pretty simple. Like most levels, start out no threat, very simple, low stakes, yada yada. Then you go here and you fight. Did I seal this up on accident? Oh no, I started in the wrong room. Okay. So we're here, yada yada, then you fight a Steve and a Gunther, since they're both going to be turned into Voltaic forms in this stage. So, look at the introduction there. There'll be a ghost door right here, so you can't get in until ghost mode is activated. So you'll go through here, you'll go in here and hit this door open, and then you'll see the ghost mode activate here. Which I might actually want to raise this floor up a little bit, just to help make that read a little bit better, because it's kind of hard to see as is. Yeah, something like that'll work well. Oh, create a new asset. Whoops, discard that. Don't want to make a cube grid to output 2. We don't want to do that, not at all. Nope, it did the same thing again. Hold on. There we go. Now we're editing our existing asset, which is what we were trying to do the whole time. So then we raise this up a little bit, raise this up a little bit, and then we can add a subtle ramp right here, like so. There we go. And then we can build this up. There we go. So now we can see these guys hiding in their little hole there. So you'll go in here, you'll activate ghost mode, you'll see these guys through here, you'll see the transformation happen, loop back around, and then this door will now be open, so you can go in and fight them, and then this section will be open. I'll just make I'll carve a little hallway here. This will also open when ghost mode is active. You know, let's make that a little wider here. So that way it's good. It's got 2 deep, which is what we generally want for these. So we'll do that. There we go. Screen is black. It was black for most of that. Why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? This is so annoying. Oh, it's black again. What is happening? What is doing it? Why is it doing this? Why does it... This is annoying. Alright, I'm gonna have to try to find a fix for this off stream. Okay, so yada yada. You go up here, you fight some dudes, you go down here, you go through here. Turns into ghost mode, you go through here, you fight these guys, and then you can go ahead and leave the building. And then it's like, whoa, I'm on a big slope now. This is crazy. Wow, what the heck? And then you slide down here, you fight some dudes, you go through there, you slide through here, you fight some dudes, you go through here, yada 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 yada. X, Y, Z, you get the gist. And then each time we'll introduce some new enemies, or introduce some new contexts, like right here. You know, we start by just having the Voltaic Gunther. And then down here, maybe we have a Voltaic Gunther. It's black again. Why is it doing this? Why is it doing this? What is it? What is happening? I don't know why it's doing this. This is so annoying. Okay, anyways. Voltaic Gunther here. And then down here, you fight the other guy. And then down here, you fight some other guys. Yada yada. Okay. I'm losing it. I'm losing my gourd. Okay, so now we've got that. Nope, it's black again. Okay, well at least I'm looking out for it now. That's so weird. Let's set some interactables. Let's go to level stuff. Let's grab a... Let's start by just putting in the ghost doors, why don't we? I do wonder, I think it's capturing some small window of Unreal, like, because when you select from a drop-down menu, it only shows that menu and the rest is black. Oh, okay, that would make sense. It should capture the whole application is the weird thing. Okay, I'll try this to see if it does anything. I made a tweak, see if it actually does anything. Hey, welcome, Just a Guy. Thanks for tuning in. Today's another very fruitful day of development. I've kind of been thinking about something. I've been racking my noggin. Did I put in props? I think I put in props, right? Yeah. And I'm curious what the thought on this is. How's level coming along? It's going along pretty good. We just finished the entirety of, a good draft for the first level of this world already. So if you want to check that out, then you could go back a little bit in the stream. Very, very productive. But for right now, we've got a good layout for our stage, like going in and out of buildings and ski slopes and fighting ghosts and stuff. Should show you a good chunk of that pretty soon. Let's drag up spooky lighting. I think we only need spooky lighting, actually. Let's get you up here. So we have a nice frame of reference, or an easy way to reference the asset, rather. Okay, cool. And then we will go to interactable. Oh, yeah, but I was gonna say something. I was gonna ask Chattersons. I'm considering maybe streaming more, and by more I mean like a lot more. Like a lot more, I mean. Like frequently, like pretty frequently. Like maybe to the point where like most days that I work on the game, I might also just stream that unless I'm like tired or sick or something. And this is not a promise, this is not a guarantee. I'm just thinking about doing it maybe. Because, like, part of the thought process, right, is that streams have potential of bringing in new eyes, and if I want to make my dream of game dev a reality. You know, maybe I should be taking in as many opportunities as I can. So like streaming a lot might be kind of tiring. Maybe if I get like a bunch of honey or something to help soothe my throat, then I'll be good. But I don't know. I am considering potentially like upping the stream count by like quite a bit. Again, that's no guarantee. But yeah, just so you guys are aware, I am thinking about potentially doing that a lot more, because I think that world grid unlit. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Now it's all consistent looking. Oops, stuck myself in a wall there. Come to as many as possible and watch the VODs. Well, thank you. But put your studying first, please. Yeah, definitely. That would be another extenuating circumstance. Like if I've got classes and whatnot, then of course those definitely do come first and foremost above everything else. But I don't know. It's at the same time, it's like, I think part of me is worried about pushing myself too hard, and that's a good thing to be worried about. It's like, it's good to be aware of when too much is too much. But on the other hand, like, this is literally my dream job of doing game dev, and I'm in a really good position right now, so I feel like I should be doing every single thing I can in my power to make it become real. So there's plenty of days where it's like, you know, I could be streaming, but I just like do some game. I just do development instead, like offline development. That's the word I was looking for. When potentially, you know, I could be simultaneously working on the game and drawing in some more attention, more eyes. Weighing the pros and cons. Because I don't know. I feel like I've said it a lot, but this is the thing I want to do most in the whole goddamn world. So I feel like I would be shortchanging myself if I don't put like everything I've got into it. Again, knowing when to take breaks is important, very important. But I think if the game fails or something, I will be satisfied if I put in everything I had, and if I put in less than everything I have, then, you know, I feel like I might be a little disappointed. Oh no, it's misaligned. Okay, we're back. It's really weird. Oh no, it's all still misaligned. All right, we gotta raise it. We gotta raise it all. It's misaligned. Oh wait, no, I can just get rid of this. I can just get rid of the edge. Okay. We're all right. We're all right. I don't know how it got misaligned though. That's really weird. I don't think I adjusted anything. There we go. Now it should be flush. Yep. Now we good. Gouda. Like cheese. No, not this. Not the black screen thing again. This is so annoying. Listen, I'm trying to... I don't want this to happen. I want it to work. Alright, what do we just do? What do we just... we'll just do the display capture. It's not ideal, but it's fine. I don't really like doing the display capture because, like, it's on my computer, and, like, I don't know. There's, like, a non-zero chance that, like, I pull up something that I don't really want, like, on the internet, like, my, like, personal information stuff. I don't really want that out there, particularly. But it's fine. It'll work for now. I don't have anything pulled up anyways. That's bad, so it should be okay. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put down a slalom flag here. Actually, that should be interactable because it's a... Yeah, right, because I use props for visual stuff. Don't want to pull a pyrocynical? Okay, well, I can tell you for sure that I do not have anything near that bad on my computer. That is quite frankly not really the concern. Alright, this guy out. Probably put him about halfway down the slope. Yeah, there we go. But I think just for like streaming stuff, I'll have to make sure I don't accidentally, do anything stupid. Let's see. Oh yeah, if you fire up a stream and there's only 2 people, it's not much different than offline work. It's pretty much the same. I mean, in that case, it is more tiring to do less thing. Whoop. The heck? That was weird. It just didn't spawn the player in for that section. That was really strange. Good night, Seth. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out for so long, Ethan. Appreciate it. Hey, Crystal Sword. How's it hanging? What's new to the level? So this, I'll show you the little gist here. You go in here, lights flicker off, turns into ghost mode, and then you see this guy possesses Gunther and turns him into Big Gunther. And then, you fight him, go outside, and then we'll turn the lights back on, actually. And then you can go down these ski slopes, and you'll have these flags you can go through to get a combo bonus. Yeah. So this level will start up here, and then spiral all the way down to the bottom. Oh wait, I'm creating a new asset again. Dang it, I keep doing that. I think I'm gonna try this. Yeah. Remember, like, you go in right here, it turns into ghost mode, and then you're immediately being chased by, like, a bobbert here. And then you can go around here while you're being chased by him, and then you gotta, like, maybe you go through here, and then there's a Voltaic Gunther waiting for you, and you gotta deal with him. Very spooky, if I say so myself. That's nice. That is what we're going for. Love that the ghost can possess enemies. Is it just Gunther? No, it is not just Gunther. It will affect multiple different enemies. Not every single enemy will have a Voltaic form. I'm really only going to do it if I think there's a good concept for a Voltaic enemy. So right now the ones that I have planned for sure are Voltaic Gunther, Steve Strike, and Cuboid. But the others aren't necessarily off the table. They just, I just don't really have a concrete idea for what I want to do with them yet. Like, I've got ideas for what I could do with them, but I don't necessarily want to do that. Like, I've got ideas for Bouncer, but I don't really think that those ideas are all that fun for the most part. So we'll see. Play it by ear. Okay, so we'll go through here, then through here. Okay. Coolio. Alright, well, you guys are seeing this because I think it's probably about time for me to wrap up stream today. It's been 3.5 hours, so an hour and a half longer than I would usually go for. And honestly, I kind of feel like I could keep going, but I know I should take a break, go outside, touch some grass, get some honey for my throat. It's getting a little sore. So, yeah, I think that'll do it today, but that was a very good stream. Very productive one. Thank you everybody who stopped in today. Who's got a lot of chats, got some super chats, some really great suggestions and feedback and ideas. So probably one of the most productive best streams I've had. Just point blank period. Thanks for making it a good one, everybody. Hopefully I can catch the next one there. Well, there should be more streams. Hopefully, I want to try to do more streams. All right, peace out, everybody. Have an excellent rest of your day.